Hello and welcome to episode 123 of In PS We Trust, a PlayStation podcast. I'm Davey and joined with me, as always, is the fine wine himself, Mr. Philip Hoy.
And for one final run, I am your king.
Yeah, I'm glad
It's
it's
okay.
the end of that, though, isn't it, Spence? I mean,
No,
it's
honestly,
not,
it's fine. I think it's fine. You've not done it that much. You know, you've been a humble, not humble. You've not been an egotistical king.
Thanks, Vance. I appreciate
So
that.
I'm.
I might be this episode, though.
Oh, if you are, well,
I've been
you know,
holding back the juices.
It's
They
his
started
final,
to flow now.
it's
Yeah,
your
The
chance.
final showdown.
it's your final time to gloat. So, have it out, get it over with, and then we don't have to hear about it for like another 7 odd episodes, which is nice, right? So, it is what it is. And my little Spaniard himself, Spencer Davis. How the hell are you, my friend?
I'm good, my friend. Good, my friend. However, I quite like the fine wine with Phil. So today, I am on the fine wine. You're getting a sophisticated Spencer today. I'll
Ooh.
be no
Yeah.
crass, nothing, that you would expect from me, I guess. And I'll be sensible today, boys.
I don't believe that at all. Spence, before we actually move on to tell the audience, I do have we've had a listener mail come in. So we're going to handle that first. There once was a show some time ago that asked 4 questions every fortnight or so. It became so rare they weren't prepared to have a versatile rhyme. Hua! Oh God, I'm scrambling now to get a word that rhymes, so how can I wrap this up? I'll take this mail and go. Does remind me that I really should answer some of the audience questions on the show rather than just replying on Twitter or DMs. I should really do that, shouldn't I? Because we could hear this jingle more often.
I'd say it is a banger of a jingle.
Great jingle, great jingle. So, Triangle Squared, a PlayStation podcast, have written in, and they say, I've had less of a question, more of a suggestion. Spence should change his name to fit his new Spaniard look to Sebastian. It's already living rent-free in my head, as can be heard when my episode with Davey goes live. So that is right. I was recently on an episode of Triangle Squared, a PlayStation podcast. We had a crossover. Fantastic episode. I do encourage our audience to go and check it out. It was a long one. I think I recorded for like 5 hours and 20 minutes with them.
Oh, wow.
Long
Bloody hell,
old
must have
time.
liked them more than you like us. Blooming
Well,
heck.
It's new opinions, isn't it? I get to delve in and especially for somebody across the Atlantic, you guys just down the road.
Mate, you keep saying that, mate. Yeah, right.
Nothing special about chatting to you lads, but chatting to Brett over on Triangle Squared PlayStation podcast was a real treat. So yeah, you can go check that out anywhere you get your podcast. Triangle Squared, great guys, absolutely fantastic guys. But Spence, how do you take this? How do you feel about changing your name legally to Sebastian?
Well, it's the name of my car, by the way. I call my car Sebastian because
Do you?
the
What?
number it's red and
That's
the number
gay.
plate starts with SB. And the Sebastian's the lobster in Little Mermaid, so which makes it extra, bit more
Okay.
fruity. But yeah, Sebastian is my car, man. So I can't be my car's shit. I can't be the same name as my car. That's diabolical. But no, Spencer, mate. Spencer.
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 Well, it's French now, going a bit French.
I can't do Spanish.
we can't do accents. And
No.
one thing to pick up on, Spence, Sebastian, I'm pretty sure he's Jamaican, isn't he?
Yeah.
In
Actually,
Little
yeah, he is
Mermaid?
Jamaican.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the Spanish connection probably doesn't work that well there, does it?
Yeah, what the hell, Brett?
Yeah.
It's not really the most Spanish of names, really.
Sebastian.
Sebastian.
No.
No.
Hmm.
There should
Eduardo.
be Enrico or something.
Enrico, yeah.
Enrique.
Enrico, Eduardo, Manuel.
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 It could be
yeah.
Manuel.
There you go. All those work. If anyone else has any suggestions for Spencer's name that you can legally change it to that isn't the name of his car, which, to be fair, I think that's a bit of a bombshell. I didn't know you named cars. I didn't know you were that kind of guy.
Well, it's not like all the time I'm like, oh, come on, Sebastian. It's just the number plate was SB and I thought I'll call it Sebastian. It's not like a conscious thought I have,
Okay.
but it's just weird that it's the same name.
Do you talk
Very
to
weird.
it?
Sometimes if it makes a journey I don't expect it to make. So this weekend I've just been to Manchester and back, and my car's been on its deathbed
Going
for
up the
a long
motorway.
time.
Come on, Sebastian,
Yeah,
keep
dug, dug,
going.
dug, 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 dug. But it got there and back, no issues.
Wow.
It used my
Okay.
entire tank. It came back from full to like 30 miles left, but no issues at all. And when I got out the car, I slapped it a bit on the bonnet, on the hood, and I was like, yes. Couldn't
And it's
believe it.
It's that moment the bumpers fall off, the door just, explodes off, that kind of thing.
Its purpose is done. That's fine.
Yeah. Well done, Sebastian.
Well
done.
Sebastian.
Well done.
Yeah.
Well, audience, if it's your first time checking out PS We Trust, a PlayStation podcast, welcome. What have you got in store for you today? Well, you've got a traditional style of show. So we normally kick it off with a question of the hypothetical nature, which we do go into. And they're always burning questions that mankind has sought to understand for a long time.
Yeah.
And us three are the ones tasked with being able to answer those questions. We will then move into what we've been playing to discuss the games that we've been playing over the last couple of weeks, then saddle on over into the quick news, where we've each picked 2 different topics of conversation to bring to the table, and we will unpack them, and then we will normally end on a topic. But today we've actually got a rumour. Ooh, so we're going to have another returning jingle that we haven't used for a long time. And then we got a topic. So we got a whole stack full of episodes. It's going to be an absolute juicer for you today, as they always are. But today's question, lads, I'm bringing this to you, and I'll give you the background as to where I got this question from. So I was doing an event with work, and as part of that event, somebody just turned around and they were like, "Oh, did you know that Matt does a podcast?" And I'm like, yeah, I do. It's a PlayStation podcast, if you're into that. And they're like, so what kind of things do you discuss? I'm like, well, we do like normal podcasty things, news and topics and stuff. But I said, we normally just have random questions as well, like how many toddlers you can beat up. If they were just
And they were
infinite
like,
toddlers.
subscribe.
And they were like, what? And I was like, oh, like, what's the biggest animal you can kill? And then some guy turned around and he asked me this question, which I'm now posing to you. How many ants would it take to kill a man?
Is this like default ants? Like
I would say default ants. Yeah, we can, if you want to get specific on it, we can take it to like more hardcore ant variants, like leafcutter ants. Which are like all fire ants. Which are like nastier.
fire ants suck.
They suck, dude. Or
Yeah,
like
they
bullet
suck.
ants, right? Like the ones that like apparently when they bite you, it's like getting shot by a bullet. I don't know who the poor bastard is who was shot by a bullet and bitten by a bullet ant to be
He
like,
went, that's
yo,
the same.
there's not much difference here. I don't know what the crossover is between like bullet ant bites and getting shot, but there must be some for somebody to make that comparison.
Hang on, do you think that's what happened, or do you think he got bit by a bullet ant, said, we'll call that a bullet ant because that sucks, and then he got shot and he was like, no, it's way worse.
Well, I don't know. I imagine what would happen is that he got shot and survived, right? And was like, oh, that sucked, Like maybe shot himself in the foot or leg or whatever it is. And then maybe the same guy, as he fell over after shooting himself in the foot, landed on bullet ants
On his
and
other
got bitten
foot.
and was like, yo, I've been shot again. Wait a minute. These are ants. I'm going to call them bullet ants. Maybe.
This guy must be the luckiest guy on the planet as well. Not only, right, has he discovered a species and he's named them, he's got shot and survived, which I assume he survived because he would have had to link the two, wouldn't he? And say, oh, that felt the same.
Yeah, I imagine so. I mean, is that lucky? I find myself...
What, to survive from getting shot?
Yeah, I
That's
mean...
50 Cent. He's been shot a few times. He's a very lucky man.
He hasn't been bitten by bullet ants, so is he?
Not
as
that we
far
know
as we
of.
know.
Yeah.
He's luckier than you think.
Yeah, I don't know. Is that lucky? It's like when people are in like a massive car crash and they walk away with like broken legs or whatever, and they're like, "God, you were lucky."
Walk
What
away with broken legs.
Crawl away, crawl away then. Crawl
this
away.
hurts.
That sucks.
It sucks. But is that lucky, or is luckier to not be in the accident at all? Surely it's like, yeah, surviving is like great luck. Yeah, good one. But not being in the accident would be pure luck, wouldn't it?
Yeah,
You know,
a bit
There's
boring
levels to
though,
luck,
isn't it?
isn't there?
Bit
Yeah.
boring, I think. You want like a story to tell, don't you?
Well, you could be like, there was a massive car crash behind me, and
Oh,
I
yeah,
just
brilliant.
escaped. That's the
People
story.
be like, yeah, okay. If you say like I've been shot, people are like, oh, what? Not,
Yeah.
oh, this
True.
guy behind me got shot and I drove off. That's not a story.
Yeah, I guess.
I
But
don't
anyway-
know. I don't know, Spence, because there's been that stabbing, hasn't there? That's all across the news at the moment. And the
Mhm.
people on the news, they're the ones that didn't get stabbed. So
That's
they're now
true.
selling their story and making money off it. So I think, yeah, they are the lucky ones, aren't they? The ones that are close by to near death and can talk about it and make money, tramping around on the BBC with Naga Monchetti, sat down on that couch, tell us all about the horrific time on that on that train.
It's awful,
Terrible,
though, isn't it?
terrible
It's
situation,
11
though.
bloody
Yeah, not to
11
make
people.
not to make fun of it.
No, I mean, I was just saying this to Karen earlier, because it seems like this has like captured the nation's attention, this, which obviously is a good thing, right? Like if we were just so nonchalant about this, then that would say a lot more, wouldn't it? But I was saying to Karen, like, thank God we don't have guns over here. 'Cause
Yeah.
can you imagine like how bad that, like, 'cause it was
Well, we
what,
do.
12, well, yeah, I know, but not to the same extent.
No, yeah, no one here. That's not even
Handguns. We don't
close.
have handguns in the UK. We
Oh,
have
f-
guns. We have
yeah, we got-
shotguns. We have rifles.
We have like hunting rifles, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
We don't have
there's a-
automatics, though.
You're not sneaking one of them on a train, though, are you?
No.
Mm.
But you know what I mean? Like, there was 12 people on this that were attacked, and only one's in critical condition, I think it is, right? There's a lot of injuries, but one's in critical. Can you imagine if that was a gun on there? Like,
Yeah.
that would be like 40 dead, So, count our lucky stars. At least the government's done one thing right. Anywho, that's a subject for
Back
another
to
day.
the ants.
We're asking about ants here. So
Back to the
I
ants.
reckon we keep it default ants for this question, but then we could always then potentially work out a ratio for bullet ants from that ratio. So if we would say like, I
One.
don't know, yeah, just one. It's
A
just
bullet,
one.
a bullet ant to the head.
Yeah, that's worth 10,000 normal ants, right?
Yeah.
We
I get
could probably get to that kind of thing. But I'm going to come to yourselves first, Spence. So the standard ant, how many do you reckon it would take to kill a man?
Oh, man. I feel like the only way it works is kind of, spoilers, by the way, for anyone who hasn't seen the newest Superman film. Have you both seen the new Superman film?
Yep.
No.
Oh, Phil, what are you
But
doing?
don't worry. You can spoil it for me.
You should watch it. It's brilliant. But
It's really good.
there's one scene where Superman. So spoilers. If you haven't seen it, listen. Like, turn your ears away, shut them off, go on mute or something. There's one scene where Superman gets basically covered in like this little thing of technology. There's this woman who can fucking just. It's hard to explain, but it looks like ants. And what she does is she shoves it all over him and down his throat to freaking, choke him out so he can't breathe, and then he'll die from that. I feel like you need that amount of ants, which also that doesn't even make sense in Superman lore because he doesn't really need oxygen.
No.
But that's the way they went, and it's fine. But in real life, ants could do that same thing, but it's then how many ants does it take to fill up your lungs?
Yeah.
To the point that it kills you. I'm going to... Fuck, ants are small, mind.
They're tiny, aren't they?
They're so small, but they work well together, so they could achieve it if the Queen wanted.
If she wanted blood. If she's
Yeah.
out for blood.
Out
She
for
put down the
blood.
order.
Yeah.
Yeah. It'd be like... Oh... It's got to be like... Oh, how many ants? Like 200,000? Maybe more? God, and that's just for your lungs, I think. Oh, would you need that many? I think I'd say 200,000.
200k. 200k.
Yeah, unless they're like... Have you finished season 2 of Solo Leveling?
Yes, I have.
Yeah, unless they're like ants like that. Blooming heck.
Yeah, well, if they're ants like that, one. But
Better. Yeah.
what about yourself, Mr. Hoy? Where are you thinking on this? Spencer's gone for 200k to kick us off.
Well, I think that's small fry for suffocation. Because I'll let you in on a little secret. Like most questions I don't know the answer to, I put it in ChatGPT. And earlier I saw this
Cheating.
in the doc. And I did cheat because I was just genuinely intrigued to understand what AI thinks of this conundrum that you're posing us. So this is the AI take, and I'll give you my take as well, see if it's worth anything. It says by venom, it says hundreds of thousands of stings would cause a person to die. So we're already in the hundreds of thousands for venom. If we're talking about suffocation, it's billions of trillions, apparently, AI says. Now, I think
No
that's quite kind of an
way.
overestimate. But what you've got to think about is you've got to suffocate, right? It's not only them going down your throat, you're coughing and spluttering. So there needs to be a volume where you basically take a breath in ants to suffocate, right? Think about drowning with water. It isn't just a glass of water that you're suffocating with. I'm sure you can, but you wouldn't suffocate, generally speaking, when you sip the water. Let me know. Not going to suffocate. Not suffocating.
That'd be so funny.
Not suffocating. But if there was enough water, I would drown. So AI said billions of trillions. But it also came up with another one, which I didn't think about, right? And that's disease. Ants carry disease. So it might only take one lucky ant with the right disease to kill a man. But if you're talking about venom, we're talking hundreds of thousands. If you're talking about suffocation, AI thinks billions of trillions of ants. And I think that's a horrific way to die. I know that's often come up on the podcast as something we pose to
agreed.
each other. And usually we go down the drowning route as something that would be terrible. But that's in water with sharks. Usually that's where we end. But this is suffocation, drowning in ants. I think that's even worse. That's the worst we've ever come up with.
It's a pretty bad way to go, isn't it? You know, like
I don't think it's the worst. Burning's still worse because your body's burning as it happens. If they're bullet ants in your lungs and they're biting you in the lungs at the same time, that's the worst, man.
That's the worst.
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
It can get worse.
Okay,
It can get
yeah.
worse. Yeah, I think one of the worst ones we came up with was drowning in like jelly. I think that one sucked. Because, like, you try and eat your way out and you just can't. It's too much jelly, right? So if you enjoyed it at first, you might be enjoying it.
Yeah,
But
you
it's
probably
just
wouldn't enjoy ants, would you?
No, there's not
No.
one part
Although
of ants
people eat insects now, don't they?
Yeah,
They do.
protein.
high in
Yeah.
protein.
Protein ants. Think of all that protein, mate.
That's true. That's true. You get big gains. That'd be like the new roid. That will. Ants. Just ants. Just
How many
nothing
ants
more.
would you have to eat to feel full? There's the questions changing.
Oh, there you go. These questions.
Snacking for
Save
days.
That, save that for next episode, mate. I don't know where I'm going with this. Spence, I really like. I think the AI answer is insane. Like trillions of ants is
That's what I'm
a
saying.
stupid
Billions of
opinion.
trillions.
I think that's ridiculous. Like that is more ants than I can ever imagine, right? Like when I look at like trillions of ants,
Yeah.
that's like a mountain of ants. Like you don't have to worry about like drowning. You worry about getting crushed. I imagine if you're talking trillions of ants. I mean, Christ, I haven't done the math on it, but surely that's a fuck ton of ants, right? That's a lot. I think Spence is more on my line of thinking that it would be. I was probably going to go a bit less, to be fair. I was probably going to go like 100,000, around about there, only because I'm thinking that, you know, when you swallow something and it goes down the wrong way, that could be like a crumb and you're like fucked from it, right? Like you're fucked. Or like when you're on a bike and you're riding and then you accidentally breathe in one of those like flying ants, you know, like when they're buzzing around, you're like, like goes down your mouth or whatever. Like that can fuck you up. If you had them just pouring in continually, it's GG's. It's game over. Because I mean, like normally these things would be like the eyes are the weakness, right? But I think your eyes are probably all right from ants because you close them and they're probably not getting in there.
Suck though.
Oh.
Your ears, though, if they got into your ears, that's fucking GG's. I reckon if they got in there and just like burrowed in, I think you got too many orifices, don't you? For like, I can't picture how many 100,000 ants is, but whenever I've been to like TechnoQuest down in Cardiff Bay, they got a big ant nest there, and they're all like going round. And I imagine there's probably about 100,000 in there. I imagine if they all got released and they all just, the Queen was like, get him.
What
I
have you done to
imagine
this queen?
I wouldn't live to see the end of the day, I don't think. Like, because you can't stop them all. Like, you can get loads off you. And, like, you know, like one sweep, you're going to take out fucking hundreds. But all they got to do is just get in. And as soon as they're in, there's nothing you can do. It's like those videos where people have, and it's normally, I don't know if they're real or not. God, I hope they're not real. But where, like, someone has, like, a lump on their neck. And they're like, what the fuck's this? And then they, like, pop it. And spiders just fucking crawl out. And it's like, oh, that's like a primal fear, right? That.
New nightmare unlocked.
Oh, dude. But
Jeez.
just ants going in. And you can't cover everything, can you? You know, it's like it's like see no evil, hear no evil, right? Like
Where was the other hand? We don't know.
Exactly. You can't cover everything, so they're going to find a way. So I'm
To
going to
sit
go.
down quickly.
Yeah. Oh God. Yeah. Well, yeah, but not on the ants. So
Yeah. Well, you said flying ants a minute ago. Are they ground ants, flying ants?
bit of both. Bit of both.
Okay.
Send in the
well,
troops.
You can't. Well, one of my hands is going there.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
oh
it's not
yeah,
bad,
yeah. Wow, is your butt plug not already there? You're not fine.
Put your tail
Sorry,
in.
that's crass. Sorry, sophisticated Spence. Sophisticated Spence. My fault.
I always wonder how they combat that in I'm a Celebrity. We've all watched it, haven't we? Where they put you in a coffin, they tip ants on you and all the creepy crawlies. I always wonder that.
Keep a butt plug in, mate.
They got to do something.
Do you think that's the
Keep-
answer?
Absolutely.
Or really, really
I
tight
would.
pants, like swimming trunks?
I'd 100% keep no, because they'll get up the legs. So like, mate, you got to have a butt
Legs
plug
and
in.
swimming trunks? Just the holes you put your legs through, right?
Yeah.
You
They're
got the
pretty
netting,
close.
don't you? You got the
Yeah.
netting.
Do
But
you think the
I don't-
netting's going to stop all those bugs? No.
No
you know-
way.
Butt plug.
Yeah.
Well, fucking, it's plugged in your butt. It says it in the thing.
It's true. It is quite descriptive of what it does
Yeah,
Isn't
it's
it, you know?
actually one of the best named things
for what it is.
for what it is. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly right, exactly right. Well, we
Hang
don't
on.
we don't have a definitive here.
I've got a few things I've quickly researched about
Go
this,
on.
and then I've changed my answer, not due to the research, just from me thinking a bit more.
All right.
So, the first thing I researched was at the start of this. Bullet ants, by the way, that pain lost 24 fucking hours. That just sucks. Just
Whoa.
wanted to say that. Also, there's an estimated 20 quadrillion ants in the world.
Okay.
So-
20 quadrillion.
Quadrillion. But then it also says on NPR, the number of ants on Earth is about 1 trillion. Then it says, oh, for every human on Earth, there's 2.5 million ants. That is crazy.
That's mental.
There's a lot of ants.
Then I also found out how many ants would it take to fill up your lungs? 6 million is the answer it gives based on the average size of ant and the average size of lungs.
Yeah, but that's like full fill up, isn't it?
Full
you wouldn't need them
fill
to
up, yeah,
full fill it up completely, would you?
Yeah.
Just,
Just 6
you know.
million is that number. So 200K probably isn't actually doing that much.
What if they go down the wrong pipe?
Or that you just, yeah, you
They
guys
would-
just joke.
They would be going down the wrong pipe, wouldn't they? Otherwise you'd just be eating them.
Yeah, for yummy, yummy. Yeah.
Otherwise you just, all of a sudden, you're just like the Hulk. Dude, you just bulked up immediately.
Yeah,
Those gym gains
massive.
for all that
All this
protein.
protein.
That's what
Jesus.
we need. Some
Never
ants.
get any muscle aches again.
How many
But
ants did
then-
you say per person?
2.5 million.
There's going to be a lot less after this podcast airs.
Yeah.
Because you're going to be finding those gym nuts outside licking the floor.
Going out there with a stick of rock, luring them in, and just in his mouth at the end.
licking it like a lollipop.
Yeah,
That's
mate.
crazy. But then it would take between 800,000 and 1 million ants to lift a 140-pound person. So I also thought if you're asleep and they just get under
They
you,
carry
and
you out.
just carry you out whilst
Off a
you're asleep
cliff.
off a cliff. And then I got to thinking, hold on. If our ears are like disturbed, it throws our sense of balance off. What if one ant just gets in your ear whilst you're on a hike
Yeah.
and it throws off your equilibrium and you're dead? And it only took that one ant.
Or if you were balancing precariously on a cliff edge and you were like, oh, and then just that one ant crawls up and that's enough to tip you over the edge.
Exactly.
Or if you've got a shotgun pointed into your mouth, a la Kurt Cobain, and the ant crawls along your gun figure, your trigger
pushes
finger,
it down.
at the right point, and you've already got just enough pressure on that gun trigger, and the ant just happens to just push it over the edge, game over. So I think our
Exactly.
answer is one lucky ant.
One
There you go.
lucky ant.
One lucky
One
ant
lucky
it is.
ant.
One
Yeah.
lucky ant it is. Audience, if you've got any opinions on how many ants it would take to kill a man, then write into the email psvtrust@gmail.com or hit us up on any of the socials, all of which are in the description of the show. And with that, we shall move it on to what we've been playing.
This time on NPS We Trust, what have the boys been playing?
So guys, it's been 2 weeks since our last podcast episode and I'm desperate to know what you've been up to in that time. I'm going to buck tradition here and go to the king. Phil,
Ooh.
you've just come back from holiday. Have you had chance to play any games? How was your holiday? Tell me all about it.
Well, I've got something for that. As I am the king, I'll put it back on. There you go.
Yeah.
Second
There you go.
mention. Second
There you go.
mention.
Yeah, now it's getting old.
Yeah. Keep a little ticker on the side. I think we'll animate that in when we do the edit. Whoever's
No,
doing the
we
edit
won't.
this time, Spencer.
Yeah, well.
Anyway, my holiday, yeah, it was brilliant. Went over to New York for a couple of days with the family. It was something that we wanted to do for my mum's 70th birthday because she'd always had aspirations of walking the Brooklyn Bridge. And we managed to do it this time. We'd been to New York a few times in the past, but every time we got to Brooklyn Bridge, it was bitterly cold and, we couldn't walk across it because of the conditions. But this time it's a lovely sunny day, even though it was still bloody freezing walking across it, and we managed to do it. So, yeah, we had a great time. Lots of good food, lots of good drink, lots of sightseeing. Did the cruise around New York, saw all the sights. Brilliant. Great city. But my God, is it expensive up in New York.
Mm-hmm.
I could not believe the difference. Like, I used to go to London and things like that, but New York's another level.
Yeah, it can be pretty expensive. I suppose it's like anywhere. It depends on where you go, isn't it? You know, if you're around the touristy areas, you're going to pay more for it. It's like today when I was in London, I paid £9.60 for a pint and a bag of crisps.
Christ. And that's an expensive bar for London.
Yeah, that was just in Paddington Station.
Oh, right, okay, yeah.
Oh, Paddington Station, yeah.
You've just made the same mistake you were just advising me against.
But yeah, exactly right. So that's the point, is that, depending on where you go, you'll pay more for it. If you're around by any of the tourist areas, you're going to pay above average price, right? But I didn't think it was that bad. I thought it was about like £4 a beer, £5 a beer for most of the places I was. But you were playing a lot more than that, were you?
No, not where we were going. My mum has got expensive taste, and we indulged that taste because it was her 70th birthday. So she had a great time. We didn't hold back. So, yeah, we did some fancy things, spent a bit of money, and just, said thank you for being a great mum. So there we go.
That was very sweet.
Done.
Thank you to my mum. You even got a shout out on the podcast.
Happy 70th birthday, Elaine.
Yeah.
Happy 70th, Elaine.
You name-checked her as well. But when I was over in New York, I did have some chance to play games. But a mobile game. I know last episode we were sort of looking down on mobile games, weren't we, Spencer? And Davey bought us Block Blast, I think it was.
It was.
So I'm keen for an update when we get to your part of what you've been playing. But I managed to play some Pokemon Go when I was walking around New York. It's the perfect game to take with you. You spin a little, you swipe a little bit, and you collect some Pokemon. It's just a really, really fun game. So I managed to play a few levels of that, or level my character up a few times over the period of walking around New York, because we were doing roughly between 20,000 and 30,000 steps a day. We didn't really take the underground much. We did a lot of walking, a lot of sightseeing, a lot of walking. And that bridge is bloody long.
Did you take over any gyms?
Yeah, we did a few gyms. But I found out, right, my brother has betrayed me because we both play Pokemon Go and he is a different colour to me. So
I was going to say, what team are you on? Yeah, what team are you, mate?
I'm Team Red, bro.
Hell
Obviously Team Red. There's a lot of links for Red, pointing behind me with a big Liverpool scarf behind me. My brother, Team Yellow. Who goes Team Yellow?
Yellow? Yellow's a shit colour anyway.
Surely you either go blue or red.
Yeah, of course. I think I'm blue. But I haven't played it since like the Rage, since it was all
I haven't played it since then either. I'm red, but I'd rather be yellow than blue. No, because it's Zapdos, bro. The three legendary birds. Cool.
Yeah, but Articuno's cool as hell. It's ice, bro.
Who cares about ice?
Cool
melts,
in the name.
blood. Ice melts. Who fucking cares? Zapdos, blood.
Zapdos is cool.
He's
I'll
sick.
give him that.
But red's come on, Moltres, blood.
Red is the coolest, man.
Yeah. Red's cool.
Just sick. But yeah, other than that, I haven't really played much else. I played a little bit of Death Stranding on my return, but no updates as of yet, purely because of the timing of the holiday. I haven't really had a lot of time either side. And I'm in the process of moving house, so busy period for Mr. Hoy, or the Hoy family.
It certainly is.
Before we move on, because this is a very quick bit anyway, what's the best Pokemon you caught whilst over there?
The best Pokemon I caught. The thing is, I've got most Pokemon. I'm still trying to, collect the full set of Pokemon. We're at 150 of the original 151. There's one I'm missing, yes, and it's Mewtwo, which is and you've got to have raids and things to collect a Mewtwo, or you've got to have a friend who's got one. So any listeners out there does want to add me on Pokemon Go and has got a couple of Mewtwo's, please send me one over. It'd be vastly appreciated.
Well, there you go.
Here we are.
We don't count anything past the original 151 anyway, do we?
No, of course not.
No, good.
That's all nonsense. Well,
I
maybe
don't mind.
Lucario.
Yeah,
he's
well,
cool.
the gen after 151 I'm happy with as well. Lucario's like a few gens later. He's like gen 4 or 5.
Is he that late?
He's quite late, yeah. But he is cool, though. He does get the pass.
There's
It's the past.
There's a couple of cool Pokemon from later gens, but they're like rare, aren't they? You know, like whereas the 151, they're just for some reason. Well, I suppose they're just OGs, right? So they're all quite cool. You know, even like shit ones like Muck or whatever, who's just literally just a pile of muck.
Just muck.
He's still class, you know. Whereas like the Chandelier one or whatever can just get fucked.
Chandelier. Yeah.
What a shit Pokemon.
All the new ones are from the future, and they've come back from the future, and there's just weird variants. Mate, it's a mess. Some of them look like cars and motorbikes. They look like Transformers. But there's one new one that is quite sick, and it's called Guzzlord. Guzzlord. It's like my favorite. You got to look him up and look at him. He's like a massive mouth with like tentacles, and he's just the Lord of Guzz. You know? You've never been guzzed till you've been guzzed by the Lord. I fucking love him.
What about Milk Tank? That was one I collected
that's
when
an
I was
old one.
over
Yeah, that's
in
an old one.
New York. It's just a cow, and the animation is just wobbling its
It
udders
is.
at you.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
it's just doing a bit of that.
Yeah.
So it's a
milk
very
tanks out.
sexy Pokemon, Milk Tank.
I hope you called it
Got a
Khalees
bit of sass.
when you caught that. Hope you named it. As Khalees.
Renamed it, yeah.
Yeah. Milkshake bringing all the boys to the yard. Well, on that one, Spence, over to yourself. What have you been playing the last couple of weeks?
So first update, games with mates, obviously reoccurring little thing now. We finished Secrets Monkey Island. Brilliant game. Absolutely loved it. We have now been playing Metro 2033.
Oh, nice.
So we are I think literally, because it's split through chapters, we are exactly halfway through. And I don't really know what's going on. It's Russian, it's apocalyptic, but it's good. It's very good. It's linear, but it doesn't feel linear whilst you're playing it.
Okay.
Because you kind of like resource heavy and it's just weird vibes, man. It's weird vibes. I don't think I like it very much. I'm not enjoying it that much. And I don't think it feels great to play. But I know it's a beloved game. A lot of people love Metro. And I'm excited to see where it goes if the story like picks up. But at the minute, the story doesn't seem... It feels like a generic game you'd play on the PS3 or 360.
Fair enough. Well, it's one of those series, isn't it? This very, as you quite rightly said, very beloved.
Yeah.
I never played any of them, and I was interested in the one for VR when that was released because I remember that trailer was fucking sick, but haven't played it. And to be fair, that I haven't played my VR in a long time now, which is solely my fault. It's not like as if there's a lack of games on there or anything. It's just solely me. But yeah, we've had them free on PS Plus. Like a number of them now at this point, or they've been in the Plus catalog, and for some reason I haven't downloaded them, even though I've heard that there's like some other horror vibes from them. Is that right?
It is. It's survival vibes, sure. Horror, no, actually, I don't even think it is. Basically, it's like everything's expensive. You have a currency, and the currency is bullets, but they're nice bullets. So you can use those to trade for like actual ammo you want to use, or you could use them to shoot. So this is where the kind of risk reward comes in. You can either trade them for worse gear, but more of it, or you can use them to shoot something that does more damage. And that's quite a cool currency system. But it's all about managing your resources, using the weapon you think is best. And there's basically normal enemies, which are like these little fucking demon goblin things. They're like, and then they come at you. Okay. And then there's these things in the sky that are called demons, and you just do not want to fuck with them. They are like, if they hear you, they'll descend upon you, and they're hard to kill. And so it's kind of you're trying to stealth from them whilst eliminating all the other ones.
Right.
And it's quite good, to be fair. It's quite a good system, but it's not where I'm at in the game. I've only seen one demon, and we're halfway through.
Okay.
So I don't know if it's going to pick up a lot, but so far it's just there's not been that much difficult combat, I suppose. And we're on the hardest difficulty as well we're playing, which means you get no HUD. So you don't even see, like, if you can interact with a door, you don't know. You just have to press square. You get no information at all. And you kill things in one shot, but things kill you in one shot as well.
Wow. Okay. Hardcore.
Yeah.
Then.
Very hardcore, but it's fun. It is fun. And things take more than one shot anyway. It's actually quite bullshit. but it is fun.
Have you had any experience with Metro at all, Phil?
Can't say I have. During Spencer's review of it, I was just having a look. It came out in 2010, okay? It was by the publisher THQ and scored a massive 81% over on Metacritic. So it was well received at the time when it came out. But my question to you, Spence, Friends with Games, was this a pick from yourself? Because it doesn't strike me as a game you would have picked out to play.
It was not a pick from me, and this is what fucks me off, right? Sorry for not being crass. This is what really grinds my gears. Is that I didn't pick this game, my mates did, and they've both played it. So I'm like, what are we doing? Dan said he's never finished it, so he wants to finish it, and I'm like, okay, sure. Carl's finished it. Like he's played all of them. I'm like, what are we doing? I don't want to play this. I'd much rather play. It was either this or like Tormented Souls, and I was like, oh, Tormented Souls, or Devil May Cry, one of my favorite series of all time. And I was like, I'd love to do Tormented Souls or Devil May Cry, and they both went, I want to do Metro. So that's 2 against 1. I was like, this is ass, but I'm picking the next game for sure.
There you go, Tormented Souls. I'll be looking forward to hearing some updates on that, because you watched my playthrough with me and helping me out quite a lot. So it'd be interesting to see what they've done, especially with patches and stuff as well. I'll be interested when you get to there. But is that the only game you've been playing then, Spence, Metro, or is there any others on your dock?
There's 2 more, but they're going to be a lot more brief.
Okay.
So the first one, the new Battlefield Battle Royale, I played 1 game of it before the show. And it was kind of like a tutorial game, so it puts you in against bots, but you get a real teammate, and it's duos. Duos is great, by the way. Duos should always be in every game. I hate when it's only 3s or 4s. Duos is the best, especially when, who's got that many friends? And who likes getting freaking backed up third party by a team of 4 is nuts.
Yeah.
You're never winning that. Team of 2, you might be able to take them on. This Battle Royale, I only played it for 1 game. It's hard, I'll say. So it gives you missions you can accomplish whilst on the map to get better loot and to upgrade.
Right.
And you can kind of select which mission you want to do. So the mission I did, I was in a lighthouse. I had to go down, get some bolt cutters, and take them up to the top of the lighthouse to open a cabinet, which gave us really good loot. And that was good.
Mm-hmm.
I very quickly realized, though, Battlefield's hard, and without a sniper, you're going to lose.
Right.
You just are going to lose, because every fight is going to be at range, and they've got snipers. So what are you going to do? I lost a fight instantly to bots. And then my teammate got me up. We moved further down, got better gear, and I lost another fight to bots. And I didn't even...
Wow.
I hit them a few times. It was hard. So I don't know. Obviously, we need to spend more time with it. But my experience was brief. But it looks beautiful.
Do you know, I've heard a lot of mixed things, right? Like, there's people that seem to be really vibing with it, and especially from what I've heard is that unlike, classic Battle Royale games of days gone, i.e. like Apex or Warzone, right? That with this one, the ring just instantly kills you. So and apparently what happens is you take damage when the ring's getting close, because it's like a fire thing, right? And so if the ring is on you, you're just gone. Like, it's not like on Apex where it just like ticks at your health and you can just keep going kind of thing. Or same with Warzone, right? With the gas. This one is like instant death, so it just kind of forces you to be just moving away from that thing, right? Because it's game over. So that seems interesting to me, and I like the Battlefield kind of style where you can like jump in vehicles and like rag around and all that kind of thing. I think that would work quite well for a multiplayer experience for a Battle Royale. But I haven't played it yet. I've got it downloaded, so I'm definitely, when I come back from my trip, I'm going to a wedding for a few days. When I come back, dude, I'm well up for checking this out with you. And we may get smoked by bots, but hopefully people aren't as bad, which is a weird thing to say.
Yeah. I don't know if the bots were really good, but they were just hitting all their shots, man. I got smoked. But it was fun. It was fun. And I would like to play it again. Obviously, it's a free game and it looks gorgeous and it feels good because it's Battlefield 6. But it's weird. it's weird. It doesn't feel as enjoyable as most other BRs because it's not as fast paced, and I love fast paced. Like Apex is so twitchy and quick, and using your abilities at the right time. Whereas this is quite slowly move forward, sniper, stay alert,
strategic kind of thing.
Yeah, it's a very different type of battle royale, but it has potential. We'll give it a go.
Yeah, Phil, this would be a fun one for you to come on for a Thursday night, I reckon. I reckon we should all download this and give this a go. What do you
I
reckon?
was just going to say, actually, it very much sounds like it's my cup of tea, really, if it's slow, methodical, and very team-based, because I'm very much opposite to you, Spence, in that vein, where I don't really like the Twitch shooters as much, because I'm getting on in my years. I'm 40 now, so I don't really have it in my locker anymore to sort of, own those sort of maps. But Battlefield Battle Royale, definitely. And you said it's free on the store right now?
Free on the store right now.
Cannot complain. We'll get it downloaded after the show.
Hell yeah. So what's your final one then, Spence?
So the final game, it's just a little game I've been playing on my Vita whilst I've been with the missus. So I've been away from home, and that is Titan Souls, the game that I told you download and play whilst you went away. And I thought, I'll take my own advice, and I've been playing it, and I have finished Titan Souls as well.
Okay.
Well done.
Beating the game. I haven't finished it.
I was just about to clap.
I know.
I was hovering the jingle, bro. I was hovering the platinum jingle.
I know, mate. I know. I'm working on it. I'll get there. So basically, I've beaten the game, but there are bosses. Because I didn't really know what I was doing. I was playing it blind because that's what you should do for your first run.
Of course.
On any game. So there's bosses I've missed, and I've realised the final boss, I've got to it before because I played Titan Souls years ago, and I just never beat it. And shit's hard. You fight yourself. It's crazy. But game's brilliant. Love it. Whole game is you need to kill bosses. It takes one hit. But if they hit you once, you're dead. And then you just restart and do the boss fight. The entire game is just a boss rush, basically. But you get time to explore the world, go around, find new bosses. The platinum, which is what I'm now working towards, means you need to kill every single boss on one run. So that's what I'm going to do next. And then after that, you need to play on the hardest difficulty, which means you can't roll or run.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So you walk. You can walk and shoot, and that is it. So you basically can't dodge anything. You have to always be in the perfect position. Oh, and when you die, you reset as well.
Bloody hell.
Christ.
It's going to be an undertaking. But you have to start every boss fight in the perfect position, so I will be using a guide. In the perfect position and shoot at the exact right moment. Otherwise, you reset the game.
Jesus Christ. Do you know what the rarity is on this play?
Oh, actually, I don't know. Let's have a check.
Something like that. That sounds like it would be a tough one. But the ones that I always think are like solid, like for example, you'd always think like Dark Souls would be a hard platinum to attain, right? For a lot of people. No, super high. It's like 12% or whatever, just because the people that play those games finish them and get platinums on them, right? So I'll be interested in this. Have you got the stat up?
I've got it. So Titan Souls, this is on PSN profiles, so it's obviously not the actual number. This is just people who go for trophies. Is 2.09%.
Oh, quite low.
So for a PSN profiles, that is really, really low. And I don't blame it because it's bloody hard.
Mate, I'm looking forward to checking this out. I've got it downloaded, and after I give my update in a bit on a particular mobile game, I'm going to have more time to play Vita. So I'll be looking forward to starting this. I might even take this over. I might take my Vita over with me to Dublin for the next few days.
A game for you, mate. You would love it.
All right, I'll give it a go. I can't be asked to finish Tear Away.
It's ass, innit, bro?
Oh, it's just boring, mate.
It's ass. I told you, mate.
It's just boring the shit out of me, yeah. And it's one of those things now. I'm like so far in, I might as well see it through. But then I really just can't be fucking arsed.
I stopped. I stopped about 3 hours in. I thought I can't. It's
I'm deeper
killing me.
Than that. I'm deeper than that. But I just don't want to do it. So I think this is definitely something I'll check out. And it's not too often that you give me a recommendation. So I'll check it out. I'll give it a chance. I'll hopefully be able to report back on the next episode. Phil, have you got any interest in checking out titles, or have you ever checked out when you used to have a Vita yourself?
No, I didn't have a Vita for that long. I had a Vita for all of probably 6 months, I think.
Damn.
And then it got stolen. Yeah, I don't lose things very often in my 40 years of life. But yeah, I lost my Vita. I was over in France, and unfortunately, the person I was traveling with left the door open. And some people went along and nicked my bag out of the car. So I've got very unhappy memories linked to the Vita. Sorry to bring the mood down, but yeah, this game definitely is not me at all. Everything you've been talking about,
I didn't think
I'm like, no, red flag, no, stay away from that. It doesn't interest me at all. Although I must have to give it a compliment, because the art style is absolutely gorgeous. It's exactly like Legend of Zelda back on the Super Nintendo. Looks bloody beautiful. So I really love that when sort of more modern style games, I suppose, 2015 I believe it came out, kind of take from the past and kind of improve things a little bit, or have their own take on it. So it does look really good. 74 on Metacritic, but yeah, everything you've talked about, red flags for me, boys. I'm out. Bye bye.
Hey, I'll tell you, I think
Red
you'd be
and
surprised,
white.
man.
No,
I think you'd really be surprised. The game has 2 buttons. That is it. You can move, X to roll, square to shoot. That is it. That's the whole game. So there's nothing complicated about it at all, and it's just every boss. It's only one hit. It's not grindy or anything. You just
It's
got
just a puzzle, is it? It's
yes,
like a puzzle.
everything's way more of a puzzle. You got to figure out how to get the weak spot out, and then bang.
I'm just
That's
waving
it.
flags for the listeners.
I think it's definitely free somewhere, wherever. Anyway, I think it's worth a go because it's such a short experience. I beat the game in like half an hour.
Oh wow!
Having never played it. Well,
Nice.
I've played it before, but having starting from scratch, it's hard, but it is short and it is very fun.
And that's the main thing about it, isn't it? If it's fun. Well, Phil, I got 2 updates for you today for games that I know that you are interested in. So the first one I'm going to start off with is Chronos. So I have put 16 hours into Chronos, and I have finished it. No
Nice.
platinum to ring at this point. I got to do a new game plus.
You boys are
for
teasing
the
me
platinum.
today.
I'm
Oh,
So
sorry.
I've
Sorry,
completed
mate.
a game, but I haven't platinumed it.
No, I haven't
Yeah.
platinumed it. So I've got 1 out of 3 of the endings, and if I load my save up, basically one of those things where at the end you get a choice,
Mhm.
and that's option A or B, right? For a choice that you can make. I'm not going to spoil anything. So I chose an option which I've learned since is option A. I can load up my save, beat the final boss again, and get option B. And then, so to get the trophy for that, and then I could do a new game plus run, and then go through that to get option C and earn myself a platinum. A couple of other steps I need to do along the way, like to do it on New Game Plus will be beating it on hard mode, but I'll be going into New Game Plus, so I'll have all my upgrades and everything. So I think it'd be like Callisto's hard mode when that was on New Game Plus, which made it just fucking, it wasn't hard because I had all my upgrades. So I imagine it's going to be that kind of thing.
Unless, of course, you missed the shotgun.
I didn't. I got the trophy for collecting all the guns, which is good. I've missed 1 cat. There's 10 cats across the game that you can pet, and if you pet them, then they leave
It's
like
got cats, is it?
You find
course it
them.
does.
You find the cats. They're like you'll hear like a meow as you're exploring, and you're like, "What is that?" It's a little cat. And if you go around and find where this cat is, which is generally like you go through like a side alley, and there might be a key or whatever. You find the key, unlock the door, go through combat encounter, get to the cat, he leaves you a core, which is like an upgrade. So you can upgrade your suit, right? So it's really worth going for the cats. I've missed 1 cat, 1 traveler log, but that is it for collectibles. So I nearly found everything on my
Wow,
first
with
playthrough.
no guide.
No guide, yeah, which is
Wow.
great. So I did a lot. So my 16 hours is probably like near enough doing 100% of the game, essentially, right?
That's crazy, man.
Yeah, so I did a lot of exploring. I thought there's no way I miss anything, because I was like proper just ticking through everywhere, but I must have done. So I imagine it's 1 area where there's 1 cat and 1 travel log together.
Do you
So I
think
imagine I missed 1 bit.
there's a chance that last travel log and that last cat are only in NG Plus?
No, I looked up a trophy guide after I completed it to see like what I had left to do, and no, they're in the base game.
Oh,
So
wow.
it's just something I've missed. But I'll go through and I'll have a look when I load up my save file. I'll see which cat I've missed, which travel log I've missed. I'll know where that is, and then I can just basically run through the game, steamroll everything, find those travel logs, finish the game. Bob's your uncle, right? Play. Chronos is good.
Oh, man.
It's not
Oh,
great.
there's going to be a but, isn't there?
It's
Fuck.
not great, and I'm gonna break it down for you, right? So, combat is excellent. Resource management, excellent. Puzzles, basically non-existent. There
Okay.
is like no puzzles at all throughout the entire game until right at the end. So right at the end, there was a classic thing, like a classic, I can say it here, classic Resident Evil puzzle, in that you got a door, and it's like, this door opens the way. 2 guardian angels. One holds a shield closest to the door. One holds a scythe. Further away is a shield. Further away is something else. And it's like a puzzle where you got to arrange the shields and arrange the different
like
things.
like
to be
the
able to-
chess
Like the
pieces.
chess piece.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
I
you got to
hate
go
that
around
puzzle.
the environment. You got to find the pieces that are missing, which are 3 of them. Put them in. It's really simple. That's the only traditional puzzle in the entire game, and that's
Wow.
once. The rest of the time, they introduce very late. They introduce a mechanic where you can power up generators, which is by shooting these little nodes into the wall, and you like electricity will like arc across them, and that's the only other type of puzzle that's there, and it's to power up generators, and you got to make a path for them. They're really simple. It can't go on into like the mutant muck stuff, so you just got to basically just follow a path. It's really simple. That is it. So if you're looking for classic survival horror, that element of it is non-existent at all. So if you take the triangle for survival horror, where it's resource management, combat, and puzzles, that triangle on the puzzles is in,
Yeah.
which sucks. So it's kind of, I suppose it's more akin to something like Dead Space, but with even less puzzles than Dead Space.
Okay.
Now, combat-wise, I said it was fantastic, and it is. It's brilliant. The only issue is the enemy variety. I'd seen everything by about 7 hours in. There's you've seen everything. There's like every type there is. There's not many. And I suppose it all comes down to how well you manage merging. And that's where the game is so fucking good. Because you get moments where you'll have a whole host of them, like especially towards the end, there's loads of them coming at you. And I was taking them out. I had like a marksman rifle, which like fired a 3-point burst. I had this shotgun that I'd leveled up like mad, and I had my trusty pistol that I'd like leveled up the whole way through. I'd used it just every time I could.
Mm-hmm.
And the base gun, the base pistol, much like the plasma cutter in Dead Space, is useful throughout the entire thing, right? Which is great. I love to see it. And there was moments where it was getting a lot because all that was happening was just people were merging left, right, and center. Unfortunately, what happens is when the merge starts, they get like all tentacles around them, and you've got maybe about 20 seconds to be able to interrupt them with like a big blast to stop that merge, and they'll revert back to their previous shape. If you don't, tough tits, it's got something, right? And they'll just continue to merge with other things. So especially when you've got a group of them, if you don't manage your burning and your kind of space and your awareness of what's going on around you and using the sound, you can just make this game so fucking hard for yourself. And fortunately, I managed to do that quite well throughout my entire playthrough. I didn't really struggle with it too much, but I can imagine that there are people out there that would be getting their fucking heads kicked in by this, because even towards the end, I was low on resources the entire time. Like, low. Like, if I think the best I ever had, I had 9 shots of a shotgun once. 9.
And that was it.
That was it. I had 9 shots of a shotgun. The best weapon, I had 2 bolts for it, which I didn't use until what I thought was the final boss, and it wasn't. And most of the time I had about 12 pistol rounds, and that's about it. So I was
That does not sound like a lot.
No, I was
No.
tight.
No.
You compare that to Resi, you get to the end of it, you got 64 Magnum rounds, right? And you got like, 32 grenade launcher shots and shit like that. That's not here. It's very, very tight. And so with that, the combat and the resource management is done expertly well. Problem is the story. I don't really get it. Like, I don't really understand it. And it's got a couple of twists. I'm not giving anything away. One of the twists I call from a fucking mile off. It was obvious. But then they throw another twist in, which I still don't understand. I don't get it. It's not explained well at all. And I'm thinking that when I do my option B for my ending, I might gain a little bit more clarity.
Yeah.
And I might understand it a little bit more. For my ending, it was very much a choice of, I was like, fuck this thing. Fuck it. I'm going to kill it, right? And by doing so, it ended the game and it was like, blah, 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 credits all roll. This like end teaser thing, which I don't really get. So it didn't really hit for me. I think the only reason that I'd go back in for a New Game Plus is because the atmosphere is fantastic. The music's incredible. The combat and the resource management is done great. But it's missing the third part of the triangle of puzzles, and it's missing a compelling story that could elevate it to hang with the big boys. I think it's an 8 out of 10. It's not a 9 or a 10. You know, like something like Dead Space Remake is, for example, in my opinion.
Oh, yeah.
Any thoughts on Chronos at all, lads? From what I've said,
I'll say it's sad to hear. Obviously, you still think it's a great game, obviously. And
I really enjoyed
still
it.
keen to play it. I'm still keen to lend it off you when you're done. But it is a shame. From the looks of the trailers, I thought this story's gonna slap. So that is a shame. But the only question I suppose I have is, did you ever let the mutation happen just to kind of see what would happen? Or were you always like, nope?
well, I remember telling you on the podcast a while ago, when I first did my first session on it, I had a mutation go out of hand on me before, where I had like 4 mutations. And it was just basically unbeatable, right? It was like so hard. It used all my shotgun rounds at that point, and I'd been saving them. I hadn't fired a shotgun by that point. By the end, I was using my shotgun all the goddamn time, because you kind of have to. So no, because it is like, if they do merge, it's bad news bears. Like it takes anything from being manageable, no matter how big they are, to being a fucking nightmare. Like, and that's all it comes down to. Like, you can expect for like a bigger enemy, you're going to use a lot of ammo on that thing, take it down, a lot of fire resources, a lot of stuff around the map. If it mutates, no matter how careful you are, you're probably reloading that save. Like, it gets bad, and they wreck. Like, they could just fucking absolutely destroy you if they mutate a few times. So, not to be taken lightly.
Anyhow.
Any thoughts for yourself, Mr. Hoy? Or should I move on to the next game?
Well, it's just a shame to hear. I'm the same as Spence, really shocked at sort of your criticism. But then to hear that you've scored this an 8 out of 10, I guess it's those type of games that the ones you love, you criticize the most, ultimately. Yeah. You went into this game with probably high expectations, I would have said, for Chronos, because we love the genre which it's modeled after. And it just didn't live up to what we maybe hoped for, because we were sold a dream there, weren't we? Because visually it looks very, very good. I think the presentation in everything I've seen has got me hooked, and it got all of us hooked. And then to hear things like the puzzles, things like the story didn't hit for you, it's just a little disappointing, really. I wanted it to be good. I wanted something to look forward to now, because I'm thinking about my kind of journey with games and where I am with Death Stranding and where I'm going with the next game that I've got lined up, which will of course be Ghost of Yotai. I wanted something that had a bit of balls to it, something to shock me, something to worry me, something to be a bit like, oh, we'll play this for a short amount of time, but get a good kind of experience with it. And some of the things that we were seeing in the build up to this game, such as, the transition where they were moving from kind of like platform to platform, that looked super interesting. And like, my creative mind was like spinning, and I was thinking, how are they going to weave all that into puzzles? But you're saying that just didn't really hit, that they didn't pull that off.
No, it's more just like, especially with the movement like that, it's a style over substance thing. You know,
Yeah.
Sucks.
it's one of those. It's very linear. It is extremely linear, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Don't get me
No,
wrong. I think that's
no.
fine, but it definitely screams to me that it's. And don't get me wrong, the game's good, right? The game is good. An 8 out of 10 is not a shabby score whatsoever, but there's a couple of things that are just holding it back from reaching the higher tiers. You know, this isn't like. You know, if you got an option to play this or Crow Country, I'd say play Crow Country, right? It's a
so
better
good,
survival
though.
horror experience. Those are just two recent ones that just spring to mind. Yeah, it screams to me like one of those games that if Bloober had another crack at it, I reckon for number 2, they'd fucking nail it.
Yeah.
It's like close, you know? Like it wouldn't take much. It would be like the old Assassin's Creed to Assassin's Creed 2. Thing where like they have another crack at it and they fucking knock it out of the park. It screams to me of a franchise that needs a sequel to really like hone in
Sink
on what it could be to realize its potential. You know, it's certainly not like Callisto. You know, when I came out of Callisto, I was bitterly disappointed. It's not that. This is much better than that. It is much better than that in like every department. Even the story's shit, but the story's not shit, but I don't get the story. But that's better than a shit story. So it's...
I suppose, but it's not like... And unfortunately, you don't... It's not like Returnal, where you don't get it, but you love it.
Yes, it's not that. It's not that.
Because Returnals is so good. I think if you want, like... Boy, I've said this before, I'll say it again. If you want proper survival horror right now, Silent Hill 2 remake.
Yep. Well,
That-
Tormented Souls 2's out now.
Yeah,
And
true.
everything I've heard about it says it's the first game, but better. And it's like fucking brilliant. That first game was like a fucking 9 out of 10. It was, well, probably an 8.
Look at the cutscenes again.
There was
Yeah,
problems. There was problems with that game. And outside the cutscenes, the fucking auto aiming was wild. It just fucking, you couldn't miss in that game. But yeah, I reckon that's where I'd go next. If I was going to survival horror next, I'd go there, and then I've got to play Silent Hill 2. I've got to play it. But when we're talking about 2025 games, Tormented Souls just came out. Small developer. They need the cash more than me just ticking off something from my backlog. But I'd still encourage you guys to play it. I reckon it's worth a go. Just don't go in there thinking it's going to, you know, be the next thing you fall in love with and you're going to get yourself a Traveller, you know, helmet or something. It's not up there. It's not up there with those.
You never know. We might get the story.
You might do.
Yeah, so
I mean,
true,
you
so
can-
Here
true.
we go.
Yeah, true. You might do. If you do, tell me. I wouldn't mind knowing. And so the next game I got on my list is Sword of the Sea. So after Phil's
Ooh.
glowing recommendation on the last episode, I decided, well, actually, I was kind of forced into it. I took my Portal over to Karen's, where it normally lives, and I took it over there, and I was like, right, I'm going to play some Chronos on the Portal. And my PlayStation needs to do a system update. I didn't know. So it wasn't letting me connect to it. And I was like, oh, fuck's sake. So I used the beautiful thing that is cloud streaming, thanks to PlayStation Premium, and Sword of the Sea was in the cloud streaming catalog. So I was like,
Nice.
great. Well, I'll just play this then. I have played it through. It took me 3 hours 40, and I completed the game. I'm on my second run now, which will then be getting all the collectibles that I've missed, because I've missed a handful. And then a third run to get myself the platinum, because I got to do the speed run. I fucking loved it. I absolutely loved it. Phil, you were completely bang on. It is superb. Graphically, it is so impressive. It is beautiful as hell. It's like playing a painting. It reminds me so much of Journey in so many ways. But it's all about just the movement of that board on different surfaces, and especially as you progress and you gain more abilities, you gain more tricks, you get speed boosts, you get all different things that just mean you can fly around the environment. It is so much fucking fun. It is so good. And it's the rare game where there's no combat in the entire thing. I'm not going to spoil anything, but the end boss is fucking incredible. Like, it is the best part of the entire game, and that never happens, where you have like the ending is just fucking insanely good, and this just nails it. Like, Giant Squid just fucking killed it on this game. It is absolutely phenomenal. Phil, you were saying this is a game for me. You're 100% right. I've loved my time with it, and I can't wait to sink even more in over the next couple of weeks because it is an absolute gem of a game.
My pleasure, mate. I thought it was right up your alley when I was playing it through. I was like, oh, who would like this? Who would like this kind of game? Davey's going to like this game. So I'm glad I've returned a recommendation. But I haven't finished the game yet. So I'm really, really looking forward because I'm loving it up to the point I'm at. But to hear it ends with such a compelling crescendo at the end with the final boss, and that is very rare for games because I think about most games. And you think, oh, there's certain elements that are absolutely incredible, blow your socks off. And usually it's the opposite way around, isn't it? It's usually the ending where you're just a bit like, oh, they could have done this, they could have done that. And you're kind of a bit let down with it if it doesn't pay off to the high heights that maybe you've had previously. But yeah, really, really looking forward to diving back into this. And this gives me a bit more emphasis, I suppose, to, turn the portal on when my missus is watching Bake Off.
100%, mate. Spence, you need to play this before this year's out.
I love it, I know.
You will. You will absolutely adore this.
Yeah, I love Journey. I adored Journey when I played it. I know I'll love it. It's just one of the. I'm not. I say I'm not playing games. I had 3 games this time, but really, I played 20 minutes of Battlefield, and it's just been Titan Souls. Other than being over my mate's house, I've not actually been on my PS5 much. So when I have the time, which you'd think I have lots of, it's somehow gone.
That's what happens, mate. This what happens. Getting older, going out in Sebastian all the time, driving it around, stroking his gear
Stroking
shaft.
his car.
Shaft.
Yeah, stroking his shaft. That's what
crass.
it is.
That's crass. No crass today, mate.
Yeah, sorry. You're still on the wine.
Bring
I forget. Well, I got one final update for you boys. It's Block Blast related. Now,
yes.
I've been waiting for this.
Instead of going into it myself, I've been on a trip today, and I decided that I was going to set myself a challenge, and I've edited a little video together. So let me show you boys. Now, for the audience's sake, this may copyright the fuck out of us. So unfortunately, this might be something that we might need to remove from the episode, and I'll find a way that I can get you to view it. I'm tempting fate here, but for the lads, they can at least give you their impression after, if nothing else, all right? So, you've seen the video. Karen's score, she managed to increase it up to 300,000.
Wow. The peak I saw then on yours, I think, was 170, no?
I haven't beaten my top score so far of 185,000.
What is that video for?
How long were you on that train? 5 hours.
5 hours in total I've been travelling today, both there and back. And I've been playing nothing but Block Blast for that amount of time. And I haven't even beaten my own high score, let alone got anywhere sniffing distance of Karen's. Lads,
Hilarious.
I'm giving up.
That's crazy.
I can't beat her. I can't. She beat her score twice yesterday to get 300,000. Her previous score was 280,000. And I turn around and she's just on at like 200-odd thousand on a casual game. I can't beat her. The video's to show how many attempts I did and how much time was spent. I didn't even record on the way back. Because I was like, I
just crying instead.
There's just nothing else to share. It was just fucking embarrassing. So I'm formally giving up. She wins. She wins. I cannot beat her. I'm not wasting any more goddamn time on Block Blast. I'm going to delete it off and just admit that she's better than me at Block Blast.
That's very big of you, mate. Congratulations. You've gotten rid of a demon, so this is a cleansing session right now. But one thing before we 100% put it in its grave, what was the thing that stopped you getting it? Did you just keep making mistakes? Was it the pressure? Was it other people walking down the train looking over and going, hey, there's that guy from MPS We Trust. Fuck's he playing?
Is that
and you
why
there just trying to hide it
shot?
like you're sneaking, OnlyFans pictures.
Is that why there was one shot of the bloke sat down? Did he walk up to you and go, ooh?
It was just, he just looked funny. And so I thought, I'll record that I'm in Swindon to show that it's movement of time. I'm in Swindon at this point on the way down to London. And I thought I'm going to take several shots of my journey. And I didn't. As I was too busy playing Block Blast. So that's why you got the one shot of Swindon. But yeah, I can't blame anything else other than the fact that I was making mistakes and Karen has evolved past mistakes at this point and become a Block Blast god. And credit where credit's due, as much as she's rubbing it in my face all the time, and she doesn't want me to quit because then her drive to get better goes. But I feel like Vegeta at the end of Dragon Ball Z, where he just admits that Goku's better, you know? And maybe, like in Super, he gets a second wind and he wants to, you know, come back for more. But right now, I'm deleting Block Blast. The Block Blast Chronicles are over. They have ended here on episode 123.
Wait a goddamn minute. What was that score?
What? Well, my score?
We've just looked up the same thing.
185,000.
Spence, we need to download this.
Oh yeah,
2
I'll
weeks.
happily.
You're going to try and beat my score?
I was
going
going
to
to say,
score.
I'd happily.
Just to show how much of a loser you are.
Yeah.
Just to rub it in your face even more.
You're
Fuck
chatting
me.
to two mobile gamers now, mate.
Exactly.
But
Got
I
a
was
lot
going
of
to
time
say,
on my hands, mate. I ain't playing PlayStation, but I'm playing, Pokemon Go.
exactly, I'm playing Pokemon TCG. Two different breeds. I was going to say I'd pick up your struggle and download it and try to beat the 300k. But beating you is a better idea. So, Phil, mate, I am on
do it.
board and we'll come back. And should we say?
No revives. You can't use revives. You have to
No,
swear.
never.
You have to swear.
Never. I would never use a revive. I die. How should we make this a challenge, Phil? How much
All right.
time do you think you'll dedicate to this?
How much time? I just think I'll do it.
Yeah, I think I'll do it too.
I'm quite into mobile gaming. I don't
All
think
right.
this is as hard of a challenge as Davey's, making out. I think, Karen, she plays the odd game, doesn't she? She plays a lot of mobile games. So she's got to spend a lot of time doing this, hasn't she? So she's a practiced, seasoned woman, if you like. But she's talking to two vets by here.
Two vets, blood.
I thought this, lads. Don't do it. I'm going to give you something, but don't do it.
I think,
It's
mate.
downloading now. I bought a new phone when I was in the States. So, we're doing this on an iPhone 17. Let's go.
You can play it in
man's
8K.
got no lag. Hell yeah. I think let's do it next episode. If we succeed, for each of us to succeed, it's a shot for Davey. For each
Okay.
of us that fails, the one who fails does a shot.
So you've
Okay.
got 2 weeks to beat my score.
2 weeks.
Yeah. 100,
My
what was it?
score's not
180?
too crazy. 185 is my score.
185.
I'll
Let's
take
get that noted down.
I'll take a screenshot and put it in for proof of what my score is. I think it's 185,000, something like that.
Do you know what my red? I feel like I'll beat that tonight.
Spencer don't sleep.
What a cunt. If you do, fair play to you, mate. Fair play to you. If you start going for Karen's score, I'll have fallen on the path. I'll be like on Dark Souls, where you go over and you see the messages and you see like people's ghosts, right?
Yeah.
You're seeing my ghost of defeat.
Poo
You
finger
can quite
butthole.
happily
Yeah.
go through. Yeah, you can go through and take her on, bro. Do it.
I will.
Because
The final boss.
she is a god.
See, Phil, I thought you had looked up the same thing I'd looked up. I've looked up the Block Blast world record.
Oh, okay. What's this?
There is no world record for it, though, is there?
It's
Not
the
like
highest-
renowned.
It's the highest reported score on Block Blast, and it is over 800 million.
What the fuck? 800 million.
Sweet.
But then this is on like a Reddit thread, and there's loads of potential for cheating. So
Yeah.
Take it with a grain of salt. But apparently it's over 800 million, which I just gotta think, bro is doing nothing.
That's mental, 800 million. Honestly, do it. No glitches or any bullshit. If you find any like secret hacks, just play the game. And no
hacks.
revives. No revives.
Okay, no revives.
That's the
185k.
thing.
We'll get it
Shot
by next
on.
step.
Shot
Shot
on
on.
either for me.
All right.
If you both beat it, I'll take 2 shots, right? 'Cause you
Yeah,
both
yeah.
beat me. And we'll see how you do. Got 2 weeks. And with that, we shall move it on to the quick news. Quick news.
Quickly, quick news, listeners and viewers. Welcome to Quick News. We've had a short break and we filled up the mugs full of tea and other beverages. I think Spencer's still on the wine, but I'm not sure. Yes. Oh, half a bottle in. Quick news is going to be fun because we have chosen 2 articles to present to you from the latest and greatest from the PlayStation Nation. But as King, and I can still mention that because we're on episode 123 of MPS We Trust. This is the last time I can really mention it this show, so I'm trying to get it in as often as I can. I have come up with a stipulation. So the stipulation for quick news is that we will give a video game quote or impression to introduce our news. And then at the end, we'll come up with some sort of formula, some sort of agreement on whose impression was the best. And we'll try and guess them. And we'll work out who gets some shots in the dock for episode 130, which I'm very much looking forward to because I think that's going to be a buzz-based big quiz. And I'm gassed about that idea. Really, really can't wait. So as tradition states, Spencer, we're going to hand over to you first for your quote or video game impression, please.
Very good. I'll tell you what, it is a quote, and I will do an impression of it, or I'll try my best too.
Let's do this.
I don't sound very much like this guy, but I'll give it a go anyway. You picked the wrong guy to mess with. Quick news. As always, I am coming in with the PlayStation Plus game catalogs, this time for the month of October, spooky season as they call it. And the games we have coming to the platform are as follows. For PlayStation Plus Extra and Premium game catalog, we have Silent Hill 2 for the PS5, Until Dawn, the new version for the PS5, V Rising, PS5, Yakuza Like a Dragon, PS5, PS4, Poppy Playtime Chapter 1, PS5, PS4, As Dusk Falls, PS5, PS4, and Wizard with a Gun, PS5. And then on the premium side of things, we also have Tekken 3 for the PS5 and PS4. So, big old... Actually, it's not that big a list, but I think it's quite a strong list, I would say. What do you boys think? Any of these jump up at you? Any you think, oh, I'm downloading that right now? What are your thoughts, lads? Phil, I'll come to you first.
Okay, Spence. Well, looking at that list, the one that disappoints me, right? And let me get this out now, is seeing Silent Hill 2 on there. That annoys the hell out of me because I've got that game, got it physical, sat on the shelf. It's probably third in the queue, I would have said, for me playing through these games. But now people get it for free.
I know.
Now, okay, I still quite enjoy having the case and the physical thing on my shelf, but seeing it on the catalogue so quickly after it's been released, it's a little bit disappointing. So that caught my eye straight away, and I was a little bit annoyed about that one. But coming down the list, the game that it does interest me, and it was the one you smirked about, is Wizard with a Gun. 72% on Metacritic. So Wizard with a Gun, it's a 2023 twin-stick shooter developed by Devolver. And Davey, I know you love a twin-stick shooter. Includes elements of survival, collecting resource, and base building. And guys, get this, we have online cooperative play. So it definitely looks like a Thursday night game. So that would be my choice out of the list, Spence. Also, quite enjoy. And I don't know if you mentioned the classic catalogue, Tekken 3. Sick, but I'm not on the classic. I own it physical anyway.
Hell yeah. I did. But look at that picture as well. They picked such a good picture to put on the thing. Proper steering you out. Tekken 3, great bloody shout. Dave, mate, one for you?
Yeah, I mean, Tekken 3 well, to be fair to you boys, there's quite a number of fighting games I could pick and smoke your ass. But the one that to be fair, you know, it is what it is, right? But I can hang with anyone, I reckon, in Tekken 3. I'd have a go against anyone and quite fancy my chances.
We'd all have a go against anyone.
No, honestly,
I'm not intimidated. Stepping up to anyone. Yeah, we just lose.
I played a lot of Tekken 3, like a lot. It was like my first...
When?
All the way up from its release, all the way up until I was 20. I reckon I was still playing it a little bit. Like there was when I was in a band, in a heavy metal band, my parents would go away on holiday, so I was 17, 18 at this point, and my bassist in the band randomly just came out of boast that he was good at Tekken 3. And I was like, let's fucking go then. And just set it up. And that was it. Like, I had this party going on at the time. And so there was just people like kind of crashing at my parents' house and just like everyone getting drunk, whatever. And it was just me and him. And he was fucking good at Tekken 3 in the end. He actually was good. And we were just sweating it against each other. And that was, granted, that was the last time I played it. But Tekken 3 and Tag, the original Tekken Tag, were like, they were the same. You know, other than the fact there was tag mechanics. But the combo structure and all was exactly the same. So, and I played fuck ton of Tekken 3 and then even more Tekken Tag. So, Tekken 3, I fucking love it. It's like one of my favorite fighting games. I would smoke your guy's ass, my Brian Fury.
Mate.
I'm telling you now. Like, it wouldn't even be close. You get bodied.
I appreciate that. However, correct me if I'm wrong. Are you 36?
Yes. So it was half my life ago.
It's been 16 years.
some
It's been
things
that kid, that in that amount of time, you could get through primary school and high school.
Yes. But the amount of time on this, mate, I remember it all. I honestly, I remember it all. It's not like when I picked up Dragon Ball Fighters the other day to see if I could get the platinum for it, because I only need like the 20 million Zenny.
Zenny, yeah.
And so I thought, well, I'll install it again to see how much it gives me for coming back. Didn't have enough, so I just, played a couple of games online and I was getting smoked, right? But it was starting to come back. Do you remember, Spence, when I did that? And it was starting to come back, but I was nowhere near where I was. Tekken 3, I remember. I remember it. I could only play on pad. I couldn't play on stick on it because I only ever know playing it on pad. But I know it. Like, I know it. I just know it really, really well. I'm fucking mega hyped this is back. And next time you guys are around, if you want some Tekken 3, bro, absolutely fine.
I'm all right,
Absolutely
I think.
fine. You're all right? Oh, fuck me. It's great, dude. It's really good. It's really good. If it had online play, I think I think I'd be really happy, but it doesn't. So that's a bit of a shame. It's just the base game again. Which is fine, and it's had enhancements made to it. But hell, anyone in the audience, if you think you can stand toe to toe, hit
You
me
gotta
up.
come over his house.
You gotta come round though. You
Come to
gotta
the
come
brand.
round, but I'll fucking kick
Come
your ass
round,
to the
or
curb.
it's sheer play and you're in 2 seconds of lag.
Yes. Either
In
way,
which
you're in
case,
for a bad
agreed,
time.
he will cook your cheeks.
But leaving Tekken 3 to the side, I think this month's great. Like Silent Hill 2, as Phil said, I've already got it, so this doesn't really appeal to me too much. But the one thing this does do by having it on here and by having it physical is that I was able to go on and download it into my console, and then I can just pick that up on the port when I'm at Karen's. So that's nice. It's an extra option that I can have the disc in for something else and Silent Hill 2 and kind of switch between the two if I wanted to do that. I'm not ready for Silent Hill 2. I've got other games on my docket, so unfortunately it'll probably leave the service by the time I get round to Silent Hill 2. But it is nice it's there, and I'm glad that for those that didn't pick up the game in the first place, you've got the option to play it now. The game that I'm actually most interested on here, and it's because I want to see what they've done with the game, and I wouldn't want to put my money down for it, but now it's free, I'm quite tempted
I
to
already
give
know
it another
what you're
go.
going to say.
It's Until Dawn.
Yeah.
I love Until Dawn. It's still my favorite entry in all the different kind of tell your own adventure tales that came out subsequently, like House of Ashes and Man of Medan and all those, right? Until Dawn's the best out of those, and when they've changed it and they've changed the camera and they've redone a load of things, I want to see if that actually takes away from the experience or if it improves it. Because I'm struggling to believe how it can improve it, to be honest. Because the fixed camera angles, the original, were really good. I thought it worked great when you were kind of walking around the environments and stuff. So we'll wait and see. I do want to give it a go. I think I wouldn't go for the platinum again on it. I've already platinumed it once. So going through and doing like all the different choices and playing it through like 20 times, I'm not going to do that. But I'll enjoy it nonetheless. And that's what I'm going to... I think it's one of those things that me and Karen can sit down and play this over a couple of evenings and have a great old time with it.
to be fair, it's fair enough. I'd be surprised. I was gonna say I'd be surprised if it doesn't have cross save, but then it's not
Different
the kind of
collectibles
game.
and stuff.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, there's
You've already
different.
checked it.
No, I haven't already checked it, but there is different collectibles and things. So I don't imagine it's the same list. We can give it a quick Google and check though. I wouldn't mind knowing. If it is, I'll get myself free platy. Why not? I did the effort for it.
Double platinum. Quick little check. Tilton.
I don't have a fucking clue. Nothing else to do. So that's all ask Google.
What were you saying, Spence?
So apparently there's only one new trophy,
All right.
which is collect new collectibles. That need to be done in a single playthrough anyway. So you could do it in one run of the
All
game.
right.
So it wouldn't be that deep. But the only thing is seeing if it has cross save. Until Dawn. Cross save. Transferring saves between PS4. Oh, it was 10 years ago. Bloody hell. Oh, I don't know if anyone's even done it. No, you can't. There's no PS4, PS5 auto buy. Auto pop.
Yeah.
Damn.
Different lists.
Yeah, you'd have to do it all again. Fair
Yeah.
enough.
Not going to
Damn.
happen. Not going to go through it again. But I'll definitely give it one run and see what it looks like. And that is my choice. But as Phil said, Wizard with a Gun sounds fun. I'm up for checking it out. You know, after I want to do Battlefield first. I want to do Battlefield multiplayer. But I'm up for putting it on the list and giving it a go, for damn sure. It sounds like a good bit of fun.
Diablo 4 is just crying in the corner.
I know.
It's like, please play me. But to be fair, I completely agree with both of you. Wizard with a Gun, 100% a Thursday game. Definitely down for it. Twin stick shooter, I am always down for that as well. Alienation, Zombie Nation, love them. Completely game. I think that'd be a great thing for us to play through. And Davey, it might be a surprise. I'm super keen to try out the new Until Dawn. I'm really keen for it. I haven't played Until Dawn since like release, and I only did it once. I'd love to actually just play more. The changes, I've seen a few videos of the changes. They look great. The graphics, like the fidelity and the lighting changes look stunning. Like the atmosphere is even scarier than it was because the lighting is better. It looks awesome. And I've been seeing loads of videos lately about what Until Dawn was on the PS3 before they changed it.
Oh, yeah.
And it's nuts. It was like first person running around, going about scary houses. And it's proper like, I'm quite keen on Until Dawn now from seeing all this. The PS3 build of Until Dawn is crazy. I urge anyone to check it out. It's nuts to see how it's changed since. And the intro for it, for like people have found the build of it online. And the opening cutscene for the PS3 version is horny as hell.
Ooh.
It's nuts.
Is it
For
milk tank
Until
horny?
Dawn. It's just nuts. And it's just not Until Dawn.
Fair enough.
It's crazy, but I'm super keen for Until Dawn. I think that would be a lot of fun. And Wizard with a Gun stands out for me as well. I think those are the big two. So I think you boys have nailed it this month. Well done. You picked my exact two games too. Very good. And Silent Hill 2, I am also a bit upset it's come to the service. But yeah, you know, it's one of those things. When Alan Wake 2 came to service, I was upset. But I bought it over a year ago. Really, I had no right to be upset. And Silent Hill 2's been out just as long. So
It's our fault, really.
it is 100% our
For
fault.
having jobs and, wives and all that kind of stuff.
I got neither of those, but absolutely.
For choosing not to. I talk for myself, really.
That's all good, blood. I think Silent Hill 2, absolutely check it out. It is, from what I've played, I need to finish it, and I'm keen to finish it. I just can't find time. It is bloody phenomenal. So everyone really should check it out. But, moving on, I guess, lads. I also have... Where is it? I also have the monthly games for November. Now, this one will be a bit shorter than the last one. Obviously, there's less games to go through. So the monthly games for November are as follows. Stray for the PS5 and PS4. EA Sports WRC 24 or RURC. It depends, call it what you will. And we have totally accurate battle simulator for the PS5.
Don't think anyone
PS4.
calls it work.
Why? That's what it spells. Surely, come on.
Sure.
Work 24, bruv. You don't want to call it WRC. Oh, you hopping on WRC tonight. That takes ages. So many syllables. W has bloody 3. You want to work, bruv. Work. And then totally accurate battle simulator as well for PS5, PS4. So, to be fair, bit of a naff month, I think. But I'll let you boys talk about it as well. Obviously, Phil, I came to you first last time. So, Davey, what do you think about these?
I'd tell you what, I'm glad that Stray is actually now we own it. You know, as long as you have PlayStation Plus, we've got it now. Because we both had it as part of the extra service when it came in day one. It then, I platinumed it, loved my time with it, and I've actually had a inkling to go back to it a couple of times, and I've thought about putting the money down, just buying a copy for myself, because it is just great. It's just a great game. I mean, it made my top 5 in the year it was released. I think it went really high in my list, if I remember rightly. I loved it. So now to have that be part of my PlayStation Plus, fantastic. That's great. That saved me a couple of quid. And it means that whenever Cass wants to play Stray, now he can. He's asked a few times to play the cat game. Well, I don't have it anymore, Cass. Now I do. So, great. I'm really happy with that. WRC24 couldn't give 2 fucks, to be honest. I mean, we could use our wheels and play it, and it's probably good. Do I care about rallying? No. I could leave that. And fucking totally accurate battle simulator, I couldn't give 2 flying fucks about. The description on here where it's be the leader of red and blue wobblers from ancient lands. Fuck off. No, don't care. I don't want to raise armies. I don't want to unit create shit. The only thing that's better with this is that the only plus I can give it is that it's got a better name than Spellcaster Chronicles.
Yeah, Tabs. Tabs is quite good.
Tabs goes hard.
Do you not also think, though, if you're on a drinking night, everyone's over, you're having the bevies on, you'd be like, all right, you build an army, I'll build an army, whoever wins, loser does a shot.
No.
And you have like 5 minutes, like 2 minutes, build an army quick.
No.
Not when we got Buzz.
Oh,
No.
so true. Yeah, Buzz is right
Or
there.
anything else.
Or Tekken 3.
Oh,
Yeah,
I'm
Because
playing.
Davey wants to smoke us.
I ain't
As he
doing that
keeps
for
telling
shots.
me all the time, Phil, can I smoke you?
Yes,
Yes, go on, Davey.
Let me,
Go on,
please.
fine.
Let me, please.
If that's all you want to do.
I like that.
Cheers, mate.
Yeah, no, this infamy. Stray's a great get. The rest of them, I quite happily miss.
That's fair enough. Phil, mate, how are you feeling with this? Obviously, you own Stray. I have your copy currently. I think. Or did I give it back?
I was just going to say, Stray seems to go on walkabout, doesn't it? Don't know where that game is at
Seems
the
to have
moment.
gone astray.
It has gone astray. So maybe I'll get that back at some stage. But for those who don't know, and you've been living under a rock, Stray scored a massive 83% on Metacritic, and we highly recommend it. It's a 2022 action-adventure game developed by Annapurna Interactive. The story follows a stray cat who falls into a walled city populated by robots and mutant bacteria. The cat sets to return to the surface with the help of a drone, and it is a cute as hell story. And even I recommend it, which is a bit strange, really. I really did enjoy playing that game. So it is nice to be on the service because I don't have the disc anymore. Don't know where it is. Coming down the list, we've got EA Sports Work 24, as Spencer called it. Brilliant. I love that. This is the official game of the FIA. Don't know how you would read that one. World Rally Championship. FIA Work. That's what we're playing. FIA Work 24. And that's got a massive 80% on Metacritic. So that is a highly scored rally game. So
And
maybe this is a game for you guys on the setups that you have, because you spent a lot of money, didn't you, on your VR headsets and your steering wheels and your seats and everything else. If you're getting this game for free, it feels like a bit of a no-brainer to play.
And it's been signed off by Rihanna. You know, she's always gone about work. Sorry, it's a dad joke. I couldn't resist it. It came into my head. I'm sorry.
And we have Totally Accurate Battle Simulator. They don't have a score on Metacritic just yet, even though it's been out since 2021. Came out on PC to a raucous crowd. People loved it over on the PC, but it is very much a PC-centric game. It is a physics-based strategy video game, which, again, I think I side with Davey on this one, probably won't translate fully to PlayStation, but now we've got it. Why wouldn't you give it a bash, I suppose, if you haven't got Buzz and you haven't got Tekken to play on your drunk nights out? I think you probably could have 5 minutes of fun with this one.
Hell yeah, very, very in-depth, mate. Work is... Agreed with you. I'll tell you what, I think I agree with you on everything. Stray, for me, I have your disc of Stray. I've just found it. It's right next to me. And you will be getting it back. I promise you. I've finished it now. I've got a platinum.
Happy birthday, Phil. Have you gained that?
Happy birthday, Phil. That's crazy.
I'd love it if you wrapped it for my birthday, Spence.
Oh, I'll wrap it for you then, mate. That's fine. I got a
Do
little
it.
gift bag behind me. I'll put it in there.
Nice.
I won't even wrap it. I'll just re-gift the gift bag. There's way more Spence. But Stray, I think, is a great get because when it left the service of, the catalog,
Extra.
The extra catalog, I was devastated because I hadn't got the platinum, and then it took ages of waiting, and then it chanced upon me. It fell upon my lap because Dayman, Joseph Thomas, fan of the show, said, "Can you give this back to Phil?" And I thought, I could.
I don't like you stroking that fucking thing on your lip, bro.
I like the idea that you are the conduit between me and Joe Thomas, because Joe Thomas is not coming out for my birthday. He's got other plans.
I know.
But I have something to give to Joe Thomas. So maybe I'll give it to you, Spencer, and you can enjoy it before you give it to Joe Thomas.
He's already talking about this. It's Tom Nook. He's asked me to get it.
It is Tom Nook.
He's
Yes.
asked me to get it for him, yeah.
I bought it from the Nintendo store in New York for Joe, because his partner is a massive fan of Animal Crossing. So, I picked him up an official plush. So, Spence, feel free.
Well, the thing is, my missus is a big fan of Animal Crossing too.
You can both play with it together.
Let her have a cuddle with it for a couple of months. She's got it until Christmas. Then
It's getting lost in the post, I think, mate. But
Spence just sat at home, Stray under one arm, Tom Nook under the other.
Yeah. That's crazy. But I think Stray's a great get because I was very upset when it left the service. Work, honestly, I don't care if it's got 80-something% or if I can use my wheel. I have Gran Turismo. I'm good.
True.
It can get bent. You don't really need other racing games, I don't think, when you have Gran Turismo. It's just really good.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
It's
VR and the wheel, brilliant. And tabs, I tell you what, I completely agree with you boys. It can go. It can leave. No crass Spence today. It can disappear because I will not be playing it. I think Stray coming back is lovely. Other than that, I think it's a bit of a naff month.
It's all right. It's fine. It's just fine.
It's
a
fine.
fine month.
Yeah, it's fine.
Something for everyone. Cats, cars, tabs.
Yeah.
The Holy Trinity. That's what they always say.
Sure. Yes. Either way, out of the list, listeners, play Stray. That is it. Move on from there. That's basically the whole thing. So let's pass it round. Davey, give us your quote or impression.
So my ones this time, lads, are going to be easy. And that's saying something because last time they were easy as piss. Me and my crow.
Okay.
See if you get that one.
Head scratch that.
Oh, I know. Tough one. So my first bit of news, quick news, is all about Invincible Versus. So for those that have been living under a rock, Invincible Versus is coming out next year. It's been developed by Quarter Up and published by Skybound Entertainment. This is the 3v3 fighting game based on the Invincible universe. Now, there's 2 new characters that have been announced for this. Monster Girl and Robot have just been announced for the game, which is great for those. I want to know, though, guys, when we have Tokon on the horizon, does anyone give a fuck about this game? Because I'm going to go first. I love Invincible. I couldn't give a single shit about this. And that's why I thought I'd put it in here, because I want to know how you guys feel, because this should be something that I'm very excited about. I love the IP. I love fighting games. I love team-based 3v3 fighting games. Yeah, Invincible Versus, I could not give a flying fuck. Phil, I want to come to you first.
But Davey, don't you know they've got 10 playable characters, including Atom Eve, Bulletproof, Battle Beast, all these famous Invincible
famous.
characters.
They are famous.
I've never heard of any of these. It's an IP that has totally washed me by. I am too old. So yes, I will be playing Tokon because I know who Spider-Man is.
Fair enough. You should watch Invincible. You'd like it. You'd like
Mate,
it. You really would.
Invincible is sick.
It's great.
By the way, it is
Yes,
sick.
fantastic.
Monster Girl and Robot. Creative.
Oh, honestly,
Mate, you don't know.
you don't know, mate. You don't
know.
Don't know.
It's the best comic I've ever read.
I haven't finished the third volume yet, which is wild. I read the
wild.
second one while Cass was being born. I read that second massive comic, the graphic novel compilation. I need to read the third one. I need to.
So good.
I
man.
need to finish it. Just haven't sat down to do it. But Phil, you are missing out. The TV show is incredibly faithful as well, so I'd recommend it. It's really good. It's great, actually. It's fantastic.
This is big praise. I've said I got my Spider-Man tattoo when I was 18, and then I read Invincible after. If I'd read Invincible first, this would be an Invincible tattoo.
Got 2 arms, Spence.
The other one's
That's
got a
true.
stupid freaking ice cream cone on it, man. So I'm going to get an Invincible tattoo at some point, but honestly, I prefer Invincible to Spidey,
And
which
so,
is nuts.
with saying this and how much you love the IP, are you interested in Invincible versus Spence?
Not a chance. No, yeah, no,
No.
no.
Just
Tokon's
spent
coming-
10 minutes trying to convince me.
No, not for the game. Fuck the game.
Oh,
The
for
game
the
can get
series in
sacked.
general.
Watch the
Oh,
show.
right,
Watch the
okay.
show or read the comics, mate, because they're both absolute stellar 10 out of 10s. The show, especially the last episode, Conquest. Ooh,
Great.
good God. But yeah, the game. For what I'll say, I've watched quite a lot of content for the game because I was interested in it. It looks like, and this isn't a negative, it looks like Battle for the Grid with an Invincible like stick of paint, which isn't bad. The
No.
issue is Battle for the Grid isn't Tokon. It's
Battle
it's
for
still
the Grid.
fun. Yeah, it's fun. A good game you'd play with your mates for free. It's not something
Yes.
you'd spend 50, 40, 60 quid on. Whereas Tokon, it's day bloody one. I mean, it's day one.
Not even say bloody. That's how much of a refined
Wow.
gentleman you are today. Wow. Not even go into slightly swearing. I don't even know if bloody even is a swear word. I'd let Cass say it. But yeah, fair enough. Well, that's interesting to me because I wasn't sure if we were all going to be in agreement on this or if this was just something that to me just was not appealing. And I couldn't quite get my head around why it's not grabbing me. But I think what you were saying there in terms of like Battle for the Grid vibes is very apt because it feels like that. It looks like a budget game.
Yeah.
And it is a budget game, all things considered. And it might play like absolute butter, just like Battle for the Grid does. But there is something to be said about that lick of paint that goes on. And we've played Tokon. We know how goddamn good it is. So that's our game for next year,
I don't even think it's that though, Davey. I think now that Tokon has been, shown off to the world and there's the hype around it, and we've all got chance to get hands on with it because it was relatively easy to get those invites to play a little, and we've all been very much addicted to everything Tokon ever since. I think any fighting game trying to release or trying to set up like a base at the moment is going to suffer because Tokon looks so damn good. You've got 2x KO as well from Riot, and they're releasing character after character after character. They've just released Timu on the League Fighter. I'm like, wow, that was my character. I played that top and not even interested to play because we're just going to be spending the time on Marvel.
Yeah.
You can't have 2 fighting games going on at once. No one has got that time.
I'll tell you, I mean, 2XK, I'm actually a bit intrigued about 2XKO. To kind of just be on the opposite side of that, old member of YTS recently reached out to me, by the name of Buttface, and told me about 2XKO. He was like, "Are you guys on this game?" Every person I've spoke to about 2XKO says it is absolutely brilliant, and I am quite intrigued to get into that. However, you're not wrong. As soon as Tokon comes out, it's just in the bin. So, yeah, but we got to wait till Tokon. Whereas this Invincible game, I'm sure it's not going to take that long to get made. It looks budget as hell.
Yeah. Yeah, I wish it all the best. I really do. And I'm sure it'll find an audience, a little niche audience that will be there. But as you quite rightly said, Phil, time is the biggest thing. And a fighting game is a huge time commitment, especially the way that we play fighting games. Or speaking for myself here, where just kind of end up no life in it. And that's what you have to do to get to a reasonable level. And juggling too is ridiculously hard to do. So it's going to take something truly outstanding to even compete. And I'm thinking the only thing that would be like a Smash for me.
Oh.
That's it. That's the only thing that I'll consider juggling 2 on. If it's not that, I'm not doing it. I'm playing Tokon.
I will say, by the way, have you guys watched the clip that was in the doc of Invincible Versus?
Yeah.
It's almost a touch of death, and it's like 8 hits.
It's wild, yeah. Wild.
It's just
gonna
like
be fun.
Yeah, it looks like a fighter
it'd be
for
really
babies,
fun.
though. That looks so easy. I'm very confused. But yeah, if it's free, we'll play it, I think. It's one of those.
Yeah, agreed. With that, we'll move it on. Coming to yourself, Mr. Hoy, for the first one. What have you got for us? What's your impression?
Okie doke. My impression for tonight. A hero need not speak. When he is gone, the world will speak for him. Quick news. So, guys, ever wanted to become a Helldiver and fight for democracy across the galaxy? Well, you can now. Sort of. In an official capacity, that is. We're not talking Etsy. They've released official helmets from Helldivers, okay? So PlayStation has teamed up with Dark Horse Direct, who specialize in exclusive high-end statues and collectibles, and they have produced a 1-to-1 scale helmet replica. The waitlist is now open over on Dark Horse Direct, and I've looked at these, and these look epic. These will look brilliant on my shelf if I had any space. I already have a Magneto helmet, so what would I need next? Of course, a Helldiver helmet, and my birthday is coming up really, really soon. So get your name down on the list, boys. I want to ask you, though, what do you think the price of one of these helmets would be, considering the ones over on Etsy are between £200 and £300 for a helmet? They've got to be a little bit lower than that, although the price on Dark Horse is quite high, so who knows? And will you be getting one? Have you seen these? Will you be getting one? Are you excited? Davey, I'm going to hand over to you first, a break tradition.
Ooh, thank you very much for coming to me. Well, I remember we reported on the show a while ago now, a number of episodes ago, when this Dark Horse Direct thing was first announced. And they had like statues for Helldivers, and they had a couple of other bits. And we were like, the only things we want are either a cape or a helmet, right?
Cape
Those are
would be so
like our
sick.
exact words, right, of what we wanted. They're finally fucking doing it with the helmet. I've put myself down on the wait list. I've signed up to it to be alerted for whenever it comes up. I'm estimating it to be about between 150 and 250 in that range, £100 range. I'm going to give it. I think anything more than 250 is fucking ridiculous, unless they're very rare, unless they're like 1,200 or something. But from the fact they've got a wait list, they're looking to gauge potential, and I can't imagine something like this that they'll have it be on a limited release. So that's why I'm thinking it might even be cheaper than we think and go down to the 150 mark, which I don't think's outrageous for something. Like your Magneto helmet must have cost you what, like 100, 150 around about there, probably?
Yeah, 150, 200 between there.
Yeah, so I think like that seems right for something that's not like a super rare kind of, limited edition thing. Like you look at when the FX versions of like Star Wars helmets and stuff, they're around about the 199 mark. So I can imagine it falling in somewhere in there. And this is exactly the kind of thing I want. I just want a cape now. We've got the flag that we take to download now every year. I just need to have the cape and a helmet, and I'm good to represent Super Earth, baby. I don't know where I'm going to put it, but I will get one of these. As long as the
On your
price is
head?
right, I will get one. Yeah, of course, on my head.
Just 24/7 in the helmet.
On your
Never
head,
taking it
mate.
off.
It's either that or it's the, Cyborg Ninja helmet. One of the two I'm going to have to cycle between now on the regs. So as soon as they
That's the
start getting used to
problem when you
seeing
got
the
too many
Cyborg
helmets.
Ninja turn up,
Yeah.
then the Helldiver comes out, for fucking liberty.
Mate, I can picture like you're in bed and Karen's like, "Can you not wear the helmet tonight?" And you're like, "For Super Earth."
She hates the fact that I keep on saying to her that on my massive washing line in the back garden that I'm going to attach the flag to that, so it's just blowing all the time.
That'd be
And she's like,
sick.
"Don't do it." And I'm like, "Well, it is my house, so I can do it." I haven't done it. I've saved it for download when we set up shop and we have it outside waving for Super Earth's glory. But yeah, a helmet. If she's not about the helmet, maybe she's not the right woman for me. She needs to be put through the wall like I'm shooting
She'll
off
need
a
that
slugger.
helmet.
Exactly.
She'd need
Yeah.
the helmet,
I
yeah.
need to put the helmet on her. Yeah, I need to get two. Or I could be the
Sexy.
cyborg. I could be the cyborg ninja in that scenario.
Fucking hell, though.
Give
I'm sorry.
me, and then,
Helldiver.
or I could put her in the helmet, and then I could just tell her to say the quote, "Give me more." There you go. While I'm pounding the fuck out of her. Done.
Bit crass for me, mate.
Me
That-
more.
Me and Spence will be playing Block Blast, and that's what you're going to be doing.
Exactly right. Exactly. I need to take
Okay.
her away from Block Blast, so I just need to be.
We're playing catch up on Block Blast, and you're putting
Yeah,
it through the
yeah.
wall, alternating helmets.
Exactly right. So,
Yeah,
2
they
years
swap
in.
helmets, and he's like, "Now you fuck me."
Hurt me more.
And you're like, I wonder if I could borrow Phil's Magneto helmet. Maybe Joe Thomas wants it, and I could just keep it as they pass it through to you guys.
Exactly right. Goes around all of us. Goes around all of us. Well, that's my take on this. What about yourself, Spence? What are you thinking about the helmet?
I'll tell you what, I think it is cool, and it is exactly what we wanted. We asked for this. However, I'll tell you, first of all, I'll say price range. I think it'll be about basically what you said, but a bit lower. I think about 180.
Okay.
180 is what I'd say. I can't speak on shipping or whatever, but 180 is the price. It depends, right? Because I'm looking at the website currently, and there's 3 helmets there. And I don't know, like the third one in the back is like blacked out and secret as if it's going to be something special. But I'd just want the default one that you have. That's
course.
the special one to me.
Yeah.
So that confuses me a bit, but it's, from what I can see, it is a different helmet. I don't know if the price is going to vary per helmet or if they'll all be the same, but 180 is, I'll go a different range. I'll do 20 quid range. 180 to 200 is what I would say. However, not for me. I'm not on the wait list. As much as I would like one, I can't afford one, for one. 2, there are helmets I want more, unfortunately. Namely being the one I've wanted for about 3 years now that I'm desperate for, which is the Iron Man one that opens itself.
That would be sick.
But
But I think
so
that would be
keen.
more than £200, right?
It's not
You
that
can
much,
find
so-
them.
No?
Yeah, it's quite cheap. They're
Yeah.
quite cheap, they are.
They're like
Reasonable.
160,
Pick it up at
140,
Smith's,
160.
right?
No,
You
no,
can get them
no.
you can get them in quite a few places.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You-
I've seen them in quite a few places.
It depends what ones, man, because there's the Marvel Legends one, which is like your Magneto helmet, I think, Phil, is Marvel
Mhm.
Legends.
Yeah.
That one just kind of goes, psh, which isn't what I want. That's not what I want. There's one by a place called, like, King something it's called, and that one goes, that one proper goes,
Oh,
and
cool.
it's voice activated as well. So you can say, Jarvis, open the mask, and it'll do it.
Wow.
That's the one I want.
Wow.
Tell you what would be cool, not to throw it off, but it is kind of on the same thing, would be like that, but it's Isaac Clarke's one from Dead Space 2.
Yeah.
That
missed out
would
on
go
that one.
hard, wouldn't it? That would go hard as fuck.
God, I want to give for one of them. Yeah. Yeah. The Helldiver's helmet's sick, but there are helmets I want more.
I get it.
And that's just what it comes down to.
Sorry, Spence, you've already got your Christmas present.
Yeah, we've already done it. We've
Well,
got it
they're
all
not out
unlocked.
yet, so that's weird.
Yeah, I've got both of you sorted for Christmas now. I've got both of you all done. My shopping, I heard your wishes to Santa Claus and intercepted him and did his bidding.
Intercepted him.
Did his bidding.
Yeah, it's like it was breaking it. It was like I was on what's that film with Benedict Cumberbatch, Imitation Game. I was there
Yeah.
breaking his code.
Breaking the code, the German code.
Yeah, exactly right. But Santa Claus clothed, and I've gone in and stolen them from his sack, and got them for you guys, all wrapped up, ready to go on Christmas Day. So I'll be
Sweet.
coming with some nice little gifts for you. But what about yourself, Mr. Lloyd? What are you thinking about this news?
I really, really like a helmet, as I alluded to at the introduction for this news article. And I've put my name down as well, because I'm more intrigued at the price. I don't know where they're going to pitch this, because I was looking around the Dark Horse Direct website, and it's really premium for a lot of their stuff on there. There is some affordable bits and pieces on there, but they specialize in the high-end statue and collectibles. So I think this could possibly go higher than where you guys are pitching it.
Really?
But if it's around the price mark that Spencer has picked out, around the 180, it's going to be hard to say no to that. Imagine wearing that on the
It'd be cool.
podcast.
It'd
I
be
think-
cool.
The issue is, if I had the helmet, I'd want the whole suit.
Yes.
And that's
Yes.
the issue.
Yeah, that is the thing. It like, the next thing would be the cape, and then you have to have the full armor then, don't you?
You'd have to, and it'd feel sick.
It'd be cool to go for cons as
London
Helldivers.
Comic Con, New York
Yeah.
Comic Con,
It would be cool.
Helldivers. There's 3 helmets. There's 3 of us. Do the maths.
It would be cool.
It would be cool.
So I'm in. Basically, that's what I'm saying. I'm in. If it's
Well
not
done.
£300.
We'll see how much they are. Yeah. With the cost.
See where
with
it
the
goes.
cost.
See where it goes. See where it goes. But
We'll
that brings
report
me.
back.
Yeah, we'll report back. But that brings me on to the end of my quick news. So I'm going to spin it back round to Spencer.
Okay, so for my second quote or impression, I can't remember how this sounds in the game, so I'm just going to say it how I think it said. There are no good men, only good prey. Quick news.
What the fuck is that?
Did you actually hear what I said, or did it? You heard the word?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
heard
yeah.
it.
We got it. We got it.
Yeah, good. Good mic, this. Good mic. Quick news. So for my second bit of quick news, lads, we have a big announcement from Capcom. They've already announced this anyway, but there's a bit of an update about the situation. So for Capcom Cup 12, there is going to be pay-per-view streaming for it. So they're very much trying to be akin with like MMA, boxing, UFC, all that nonsense, and make it a real thing. And they've put out a big, not too big, they put out a statement as to why they're doing this. And I'm going to read this statement verbatim. So it reads, the decision to introduce pay-per-view live streaming for Capcom Cup 12 and Street Fighter League World Championship 2025 stems from our commitment to promoting our esports business in a sustainable manner over the medium to long term. Our goal is to grow these tournaments into internationally competitive events by reinvesting in participating players and teams, our partners, and related business areas. We sincerely acknowledge the many opinions we have received from everyone, hate, and are carefully discussing the matter with all relevant parties. As a result, the coordination process is taking some time. Previously, we announced that pricing details for pay-per-view tickets would be shared in late October. We will provide this information as preparations are complete, and we kindly ask for your continued patience. So, apparently, Capcom events, so Capcom Cup 12 and the Street Fighter League World Championship 2025, they want you to pay to watch it. This is kind of unheard of. Actually, it is just unheard of. In obviously, you can pay to go to the event, but just watching it online at all, this is unheard of. And it's clearly esports has grown tremendously. Is it that in the mainstream though? Is it big enough to warrant pay-per-view? This is where I need your guys' opinions. Tell you what, who feels passionate about this? Who wants to go?
I'll jump in first if you like, Spence, because I can see Davey is gearing up for this question. Now, I think it's an absolute crazy idea, and I'll echo a lot of your thoughts on this. And it just feels slightly out of place for a fighting game to be venturing forth with this idea. Now, I could understand bigger games such as League of Legends or something like that charging for certain events. I could start to understand that. I probably wouldn't do it. I've been to live events with League. I've been with, the FGC to fighting game tournaments, and it's night and day compared to the two. One is a whole lot more viewed and subscribed to and passionate, and then you've got fighting games, which is a very small knit community. It's growing, but I just don't think it has that kind of general appeal which a lot of bigger games are getting, like Fortnite series, for example. You've got tons of different people tuning in to view that one. But I did a bit of research just to back up some of the facts that you've brought to the table, Spence. Do you know how much it costs?
I don't know. Go
It
on.
costs $27 for a single day. Now that feels quite a lot to get your sort of price of admission to watch the Capcom Cup. And then that's for a single day, as I said. And then $40 for a bundle to watch both the finals and the Street Fighter League World Cup. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money to be boning up to be watching these tournaments. Now, I did say that group stages will be free, so thank you, right? But who cares about the group stages? Most people just tune in for the final, especially when it comes to fighting games, because these are the people you remember, right? The VODs will be available after, but they'll be available a week after, which that's stupid, because anyone who pays for it is just going to put up the VODs and earn money off it. That's exactly what's going to happen, because it's an opportunity, isn't it? If Capcom want to wait in a week, they're missing out on YouTube revenue. I think this is going to be far more detrimental than it is positive. And I think the net outcome of this is not going to be good for these guys. There's going to be a lot of backlash. So for me, it's a no. I will not be subscribing to these tournaments. I may have gone in if it was free and watched the YouTube ads, so they would have got revenue. But as soon as they put that cost to watch this series, no, thank you. Tones me out.
Mate, well said, I will say. Very well said. I 100% agree with you. But Davey, before I say what I want to say, what do you think, man?
I think this is a complete and utter nightmare scenario for them. And I don't understand why they've gone to this. I really don't. Because in previous editions of Street Fighter, thinking specifically about Street Fighter 5 in this scenario, what they did to raise money for the Capcom Cup is they released skins and they released stages, which then the cost of those was being funneled in to fund the Capcom Cup. And it was very clearly done. It was a case, do you want to buy the Capcom Cup stage? Here it is. This money goes towards the prize pot. Do you want to buy the skins? These go towards, a portion of the revenue will go towards the prize pot. And it's a great way to use an audience that is really keen and is going to be watching it. And as you said, Phil, they'll earn money from the sponsorships, from the people that are tuning in to watch it, from all the different sponsors that sponsor these events. They get to charge fuckloads for that sponsorship opportunity because they know they're going to have a lot of viewers watching, let alone the different income from Twitch or from YouTube or wherever anyone wants to watch their streaming services. They get all these different revenue streams in to help offset that as well. But for some reason in Street Fighter 6, they've been reluctant to do skins. They haven't done as many. And also, they're then skewing that completely off and then thinking we're just going to go like the boxing route. It's ridiculous. Boxing is a far bigger sport than Street Fighter. I know that might be wild for some people to hear, but the two are not the same. I go into the barbershop and people are saying, oh, you're going to be watching the fight on Friday or Saturday, whatever it is. I'm like, no, I don't really follow boxing. I really wish I did, but, I don't. Blah, blah, blah.
Street Fighter.
But
no, I'm paying 40 quid for watch Street Fighter for 2 days.
Oh, did you watch Top 8 last night?
As if that ever happened, People are like, oh, no. Did you see the fight? Do you see the fight? I went down the pub and watched it, blah, 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 blah. I'm not going to go down to the fucking local pub and they're like, oh, yeah, we got Street Fighter on in here.
Imagine though you
That'd
did.
be sick though.
It would be great if they did.
To that stage in
That'd be
life,
sick.
But we're
where
not
the local
there.
pub is showing Street Fighter or League or Fortnite
It will
or
happen.
something.
It will happen, right?
Wow.
There's going to be a point in our life that will happen. We are
NQ64.
not there. Yeah, we are not there yet.
outside the specialist bars. We're just
Yes.
talking about a random pub.
If it's
right?
in spoons, you get in spoons and Street Fighters on. That is nuts.
I reckon it will happen in our lifetime, you know? Like, gaming's growing at such an extent that it's only a matter of time until it becomes to that point where esports is as big as, maybe not as big as normal sport, but there's going to be a part where it's not that far off, I don't reckon. Maybe like another 10 plus years.
I don't know.
But not now, and not to the point where, I mean, Phil, you're a big League fan. Do League pay for you to watch their pay-per-views?
No, you just watch them.
Exactly. What the
Yeah.
fuck are Capcom
They
thinking
do
here?
these skins, like you mentioned. So they'll release skins, and a portion of the revenue from the skins will be given to the winning teams, and it'll be split in the prize pots afterwards. But they don't charge for viewership like that. Obviously to the live events, but that's just natural.
Yeah, but
and
that's
they
different.
do it in big stadiums, and they put on like, you know, a pre-show and an after show and all that type of stuff with League, and it's a much bigger affair. But no, they don't charge you to watch it online.
It's just ridiculous. I think it's a major misstep. And the first event is coming up November 12th for the Capcom Pro Tour in Japan, I believe it is. We'll have to see how this goes. I've got a feeling they're going to reverse this quick. I don't think there's going to be a single person that's going to be really that keen. There's going to be like the fighting game creators that will go on, that feel they have to. I can't see general audiences going out in high enough numbers that they think this was a success. I just can't see the reality.
Just on that point, you have struck something with me. I do think League have a premium offer
Yeah.
Do they?
where
What's
you
the-
can get access to more information. And I think you can pay for it. It's not something I've ever done with League, even though information is obviously vital to even enjoy League. I'm sure there's some sort of pro view, or they've tried this in the past. I don't know if this is something they're still doing, because I just watch live on YouTube or live on Twitch. But from my understanding of the Capcom Cup and the way they're setting things up, it's you pay the 27 quid or you cannot watch it.
Exactly right.
You have to
That
watch
is
the
exactly
VODs
what it is.
later.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's
But
exactly
with
what it
League,
is.
you can always watch it live alongside if they have this premium feature, which I would have never done. But I believe there's something there.
So there's an option, but at least you can still watch it naturally.
You've
right?
got options, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
but you would get more information, you get more access or something.
Yeah. This is just an absolute mistake. But what do you think about it, Spence?
I think for one, I'll wait a week. What's a week? That's
Well,
fine.
you know the winner then.
Yeah, who cares? Who cares? It's better knowing the winner than forking out 27 quid and then guess what? You got to pay again to watch top 8 tomorrow. Sod that. I think for one, it's mental. It's just ridiculous that they think we're on this level where it's pay-per-view like sports. Esports, as much as what you said, Davey, where one day it will gain that amount of traction, not in a million years is any esport ever taken over football.
No,
Never.
never. No
Never.
chance. No
And
way.
football is not pay-per-view. You need
Cap-
like a Sky Sports subscription, sure.
You need specific subscription.
Sky
services
Sports,
to be able
but
to
you're
watch
not
it.
paying per match. It's not pay-per-view
No.
per se. You just have that subscription and you get to watch any football. That is it. That would make more sense. Even then, it's an overstep. They still shouldn't do that. That's not how gaming works. People won't pay. People just won't. And I think it's an insanely bold move to make when their player base is about to get cut in half by Tocom. Mental.
True.
Mental decision. And I completely agree with everything you said as well with the skins. They've kind of fallen short on, other than character releases, because they've been
Yeah.
really on the ball with character releases
They
and
have.
balance patches. They've been very much on the ball. Cosmetics and everything that we used to experience in the old games, they've fallen short. It's gone. We used
Yeah.
to get skins like every bloody week in 4. In 4, every character has like 30 skins. And that would help, like you said, for 5, help with the pots. Why is that changed? The pots are enormous. We don't want to pay for an event so the guy who's going to win 4 mil now wins 30 mil. That's
It's
not
just-
what I want.
It's just mental. It just, I can't fathom the business sense here other than greed. I just can't. I
100%.
I just can't do it. It doesn't make sense. They're getting huge record turnouts at Evo and everything else, even now, still this many years in. I don't get it.
Okay, guys, done a bit of Googling on the league because you've got something there in my head, and I was right. They did have a premium view, okay? They had a paid prescription service called ProView, and that was from 2019, and it was retired in 2022 because people just didn't pay for it.
Yeah.
And it was a waste. So Riot have already gone through this process, this idea where you can pay for something better than what you would get on Twitch or YouTube, but they've always streamed it like, side by side, and they've got rid of that service. Now you just pay for a pass which gives you exclusive skins or in-game currency within the game and rewards for watching it. So this idea is dead in the water.
Mate,
and it's been
that's
tested
mental.
by Riot, who are far more popular with their games than Capcom with Street Fighter.
Yeah, I was
The
good.
audience is so much bigger.
Literally, so Capcom have seen the biggest game of all time. Not even try this. Try something better than this, where you could still watch it for free, but there was an added thing. They've tried something way worse with a way less popular game. And Capcom aren't the people I would think would do this as well, which is just kind of disheartening. Capcom have kept making the game that can't be mentioned, even when it's fallen short and it's not been popular, they've stuck with it. Street Fighter, this, like, as opposed to what they've done in the past, where even it, like, they've just persevered and made games because they believe in their games. This is just greed, and I wouldn't expect that from Capcom.
A rare mistake, a rare stumble, and hopefully we'll see this get righted pretty quickly. I imagine we'll see how long this lasts for. I can't see it lasting past this cup. I think when they implement it, it's got to stay there for the whole cup duration. So we'll probably have it until August, and then that would be it. We'll wait and see, but I can't see this hanging around for longer than a season. But video game companies will video game company. Well, they'll try and find a way to nickel and dime them. But as you said, Phil, Tokon will be the hammer of justice on it all. It will come in.
Not sure that's a direct quote.
It will like a raging fury. It will come in, steal most of the player base, and then Capcom will be struggling to find everyone to watch their pay-per-views. Wait and see. So we are throwing it back round to yourself then, Spence, I believe. Oh, no, we're not. Who's it going to? Coming to me. Sorry, my bad. You just need to make sure you cut that out because the AI editor will not identify that as being a thing. And so with that, we're moving back round to my quick news, I believe, my second piece. And so I'll give you my quotes then, lads. And judging by the last one, you can guess these are going to be easy, right? Used to be 50,000 people living here, and now it's a ghost town. Quick news. And for this, I'm going to turn off the button, all right? Because this is something that it will be very difficult to talk about if we can't say the title of the game. Happy with that, lads?
Absolutely. But it's up to Discretion of the King. Oh, yeah, thank God.
Yeah, good, thank God. So we have had the pre-orders have gone up for Resident Evil Requiem. And with that, normally we wouldn't even bother talking about this, but there are two different versions that have been announced so far at this point. There's the standard edition, and then there's the deluxe edition. Now, what do you get in these? For the standard edition, if you pre-order, you get the main game, and you get a pre-order bonus costume for Grace, which is Grace's Apocalypse costume. Ooh. Now, for the deluxe version, you get the main game, you get Steelbook, you get 5 different costumes for this, and the one that they're showing off at the moment is Grace's costume for Lady Dimitrescu, which is very nice.
Suits
you get some weapon skins, you get some game filters, some charms. We famously on this podcast hate gameplay giving charms, so I'm sure that's going to continue. You do get an audio pack, which I quite like the sound of, which is the Raccoon City Classic audio pack, and they bang on Resident Evil 2 and 3 for those packs. They're well worth the money. I bought those privately myself. They're great. And you get a special file, which is a letter from 1998. Ooh. Those are different ones. Guys, first off, before we go into a certain amount of speculation, which I will bring it on to in just a moment, I want to know, what do you feel about these two editions? Which one are you going to go for, and are you going to put a pre-order in while they are available? Spence, I'm going to come to you first on this one.
See, I knew you'd come to me first. The thing is, I don't know about the Steelbook.
What?
So,
you don't like it?
Not that much, no. No, I don't. Not that much. I like the back more than I like the front. I wish the back was the front. But the front I don't like at all, actually. So, I want I want one of these. Hang on. This is what I want. One of these lenticulars. Ooh.
There is a lenticular version.
Card, it says there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not a sleeve. A lenticular, you get a card in there. I don't know if that's the same thing, but I want the lenticular cover, that's all I want. And whichever one has the lenticular, that's the one I'll be going for. But like you said, the charm bollocks can get gone.
We don't want ways to make our games easier and pay for it, do we? This is the thing about charms. And
Pay to win.
Yep. And so whenever we've done this in the past, we've always, I can only speak for myself, but I know you guys did exactly the same. Whenever we got these charms, just never equip them.
Never. Yeah, never.
Yeah, or just don't ever redeem the code for the charm, which just either one. Doesn't matter, does it? It's not a main selling point for myself, that's for damn sure. What about yourself, Mr. Hoy? Which version are you going for on this?
Well, I've already pre-ordered the Steelbook based on your recommendation that came through. I was over in New York and I thought, damn, I need to spend another £70 or whatever it was. And I ordered it instantly. I didn't even read it. I thought Resident Evil Requiem, brilliant. I want a Steelbook, didn't even look at it, just bought it, frame one. So yeah, it's on its way. February 27th. So I'm very much looking forward to it. And Spence, I oppose you on this one. I really like the cover of this one. It reminds me of Resident Evil Survivor of all games because of the gun on the front. Looks really, really cool. I can't wait to play this game, and having a Steelbook up on my shelf, it'll be the icing on the cake.
I'm right there with you, Mr. Hoy. I've done exactly the same thing. I've pre-ordered it for the Steelbook. I think it looks great. I'm surprised you don't like it, Spence. I thought this was going to be a hat trick all round. So quite nice that we don't all agree. But yeah, I'm straight in for that. The Steelbook's the main thing for me. I don't really care about the rest. I do like having the soundtrack though, and it's one of those things that for the base game play I won't use that soundtrack, but then for a new game plus run or whatever, I will then put it on because I want to be able to appreciate what they've already done before then I just change it to what I like. To all my nostalgia rings, you know? I can't be like, oh, the sound design's amazing, because I've been using all the classic, 1998 Resident Evil 2 and 3 soundtracks or whatever, right? I can't be doing that. So it's not really quite fair. But I will enjoy it for subsequent playthroughs, that's for damn sure. Are you guys going to do the same kind of route? Or for yourself, Phil, because you're going to have the same content as me? Or are you going to run with the soundtrack from the off?
I think that'd be mental, to be fair.
It would.
I don't know who's just equipped in all that straight away to play through the game. Screw what the actual game producers and directors and everyone else that worked on this game wanted you to listen to. I'm going to choose my own thing. So no, I'm just going to let the game make the choices. And then afterwards, I might play with some of the DLC stuff that you get included with this. But most of that, as you said, doesn't interest me at all. I just want the nice Steelbook. And yeah, I'm interested to see what that lenticular card is all about. I'm assuming it's a sleeve, but they've just called it a card. It'd be weird just to have a card in there that's lenticular, but who knows? Who knows? We'll wait and see.
That's the thing, man. That's the thing. If it comes to light that it's a sleeve and it's like only on the Steelbook version, which I think it is, I'm gonna have to get a Steelbook. It's just the way it goes. But I do not like that Steelbook. The one thing I'm curious about, and it kind of bothers me a bit as well, I think, is the letters from 1998. Because what can it say? Because it can't be anything essential or any like vital, because it's not included unless you have deluxe edition. So what's that about?
That's the big thing, right? Like, no idea. It could be anything. It could be literally anything. It could be any of the survivors from Outbreak. It could be it could be literally anything.
Is it worth having, though? That's the thing,
Yeah.
right? It's an added thing on there, right? And it's not front and center. The front and center, for some reason, is the Lady Dimitrescu.
No, you know
skin.
why.
You know, that one's... Yeah, but they're very different builds, aren't they, the two females?
Yes.
So
Yes.
it kind of loses some of its appeal without being crude. But the file is very much a footnote in the graphic that I have shared in the doc. So I just wonder, is it worth including? And if you read it before you play the game, what does it possibly spoil? I don't know where it fits in. I'm a bit, skeptical on that one as well. Same as you, Spence.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did read through. I read through the blog earlier. It seems like it adds more files in the game for you to find whilst you're playing through, but they can't. I just feel like they have to be such nothing files. What's the point?
Or just mega, like,
Deep cuts.
lore deep cuts, yeah.
They can't be the thing that ties the
No.
franchise together. You know,
No, it's not
What
going
is
to be that.
Imagine that was it.
That
It's
was
like
wild.
a paywall to actually find out the real reason we're doing all this in Resident Evil.
That would be nuts.
Because nothing's ever really made sense. But if you got those files, you pay that extra, 20 quid, you get the answer.
it's nuts. What if it's like what happened to Lisa Trevor is on that letter?
Oh, that'd be
You'd-
sick.
Is that the
You would
biggest
have to-
question from Resident Evil for you, Spence?
It's one of mine. Yeah, actually,
Okay.
I'd love to know more about Lisa
Did
Trevor.
she survive the mansion blowing up?
Yeah, because I reckon she would.
Who knows?
Yeah,
Maybe that'll
and she
get
was-
answered in the game.
And she was chucked right down into like a massive crater when she jumped off the thing. So she could have survived down there.
I
Mate,
think
imagine
yeah.
she's in this game.
Oh, let's not. We
Oh, yeah,
can't-
no, let's not go there.
it's-
Let's not go there. It's
it
not a
goes
speculation
so
cast.
far.
No.
But speaking of speculation, I do want to lay some things out. And Spence, you might have missed this as you're not on Twitter these days. So there is, with these 5 costumes, as you know, obviously we know 2 of them at this point. We know the Lady Dimitrescu, we know the Apocalypse skin, right? But there was a Portuguese site that leaked that one of the costumes is some Leon boxes, right? Some Leon stuff. Now, it's long been rumored that he's the other playable character in this game and that we'll get him. I think it's pretty much a cert at this point, and I'm sure that we're going to see that at the Game Awards at the end of the year. I imagine that's the pop that they'll announce that he's in that, right? It makes perfect sense to be able to have a massive pop.
Well,
The last kind of time.
that
What?
or the showcase they've mentioned.
Yes, potentially in the showcase. Yeah, you are right. It could be in either one of these 2 things. But we seem to have more fuel for the fire because it has come out from this Portuguese site that has accidentally leaked it. How does that sit with you guys? And have you got any other speculation for costumes that you'd want to see, now, knowing that there is a very high likelihood that Leon Kennedy himself is in this game as a playable character? Any costumes you want to see?
I suppose the only one I'd want to see is the RPD.
You want to see the Resident Evil 2 version?
Yeah, I don't want no RE4 outfit. I'm fine without that because yes, that's fine. It's fine. It's so famous. I don't care. I want the RPD the rookie fit.
Nice. Okay. What about yourself, Mr. Hoy? You following suit?
I think I'd have to agree with Spencer, and I also agree that we'll probably find out more in the showcase, because in the short history that Maggie Robinson presented, who plays Lady Dimitrescu, she mentioned that we're going to get a showcase early 2026, and if the game is out, February 27th, kind of means we're seeing something in January, right?
Yeah,
Surely. Unless it's like a week before.
February
and that's
26th.
where they, February 26th. That's where they show off a little bit of Leon. But during the presentation, they do fail to mention Resident Evil 0, 1, Code Veronica, and 4, which feels strange, right? If you're giving a history of Resident Evil, you'd expect them to start from the start and kind of end at the end and bring you right up to date. But they just go through a few highlights. Maybe that was time dependent. I don't know. So having Resident Evil 4's Leon's costume in this one feels strange if it's not within the presentation from Maggie Robinson. But hey, I'm the same as Spence. I want to see, OG Leon from Resident Evil 2. That would be my pick as well.
Well, I'm thinking as we're going for Leon here, I'm going to play devil's advocate. I want to see the Resident Evil 4 costume. It's Leon's most famous look. I know it's not our favorite version of Leon, but it is the fan favorite, so I do want to see that. But I've got a costume for Grace that I want to chuck in here, as we're throwing it back to 1998 and we're throwing it back to those times. I want to see either Resident Evil 3 Jill, or I want to see my favorite, which is Resident Evil 1 Jill with a beret. I want to see costumes for those. I think, like, why wouldn't you do it at this point, you know?
Exactly.
It'd be
So
quite good.
Yeah, it would be nice to have. Or, I mean, you just have the costumes of her mother from Outbreak.
That
Yeah.
makes sense.
But that's an easy one to go for. But I'd like to see. I always just like Jill's beret costume from
You just
RE1.
like Jill, man.
Yeah, she's the best, bro. She's the best girl. So why not? Why not have it?
Or the
But
tofu skin.
yeah, well, yeah,
That'd be great.
yeah,
Let's
that'd be
have
cool.
that.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Can't
tell
go
you,
wrong. It's got a beret
Block walking round.
with a beret. Yeah, why not?
If I
A
have to pick,
submachine gun, if I'm not mistaken.
Sounds about right.
if I have to
Strange.
pick a Grace skin, I'd want from RE1, from Wesker's photo, the Rebecca Chambers basketball.
Oh,
I thought
basketball
we were going to
outfit.
go a bit crude. I was going to butt in and say bikini skin.
Oh, no,
but
it's
you've
not
kind of done it
crude.
yourself.
It's not crude. I just appreciate women's sports.
yeah.
Big
Exactly.
supporter.
He's massive over there. He's massive for it. Well, there we go. We will learn more very shortly. I still reckon it's going to be a game awards push myself. I reckon that's when we're going to see the Leon reveal, and I think we'll have game awards. I reckon it's going to be a Leon reveal. I shouldn't put my picks out now before we even do our, it's not going to be long before we're doing bloody our speculations and of what they're going to show. But hey, I'll spoil my thinking already. I reckon they're going to announce that Leon's there. It will be shown in the trailer, and they'll announce a demo on the same day.
Oh, yeah.
We haven't had a demo yet,
We're definitely getting a
wild.
demo.
so yeah, we're definitely getting a demo. I reckon that's where they announce both. We'll wait and see. We'll see how far off I am from that. We famously never get any single predictions right on this show, although Spence does quite well.
Yes.
So we'll wait and see. But let's move it over to the final piece of quick news, and it's over to yourself, Mr. Hoy.
Okie doke. So this is my final quote and impression. And I'm rubbish at impressions, so it's just a quote. I thought you were my greatest enemy, when all along you were my best friend. Quickety quick news. So guys, I've got an update on the PlayStation Portal. So this is a rumor, should be in Rumor Has It, but we've added it into quick news because we have a spicy rumor that's coming up next. And this rumor, concerning the PlayStation Portal that is, will allow PS Plus Premium members to stream their own digital games via the cloud. So the latest PS Portal option will allow players, as I said, access to all their own games, owned games, without needing a PS5 console. Dun dun dun! Annoying that it is locked behind Premium. And yes, we know, Xbox kind of does this already. Before you start, that one Xbox listener that we have, we know who you are in the comments. But now, isn't this just PlayStation Portal reaching its full potential? We're getting more value out of something that we bought, and we don't have to pay any more if you're already on the premium subscription. Moving from a glorified remote play device to a legitimate cloud streaming device. Doesn't that get you excited? Now, Davey, I know you've got both premium and the Portal. Are you hyped for this news? I'm going to come over to you first.
I am actually really hyped for this. The cloud gaming is so much better than connecting to your console. There is literally, I can't tell any latency whenever I use it. Like literally none. No matter what it is, if I connect to my console and play a game through that, there is a remote bit of latency, right? And depending on which title you play, it can have a real big impact. But it would mean that for even something like, say I was playing Doom, right, and I had that, there is quite a high likelihood that would work fine. It is that good. Honestly, it is so good. I've played so many games through that cloud offering for the catalog that they have in there at the moment. So to be able to open that up and to have anything that I've got digital is such a win. I already feel like that if you've got a Portal, you need to have, I said this a few times, I know you don't agree, Phil, but I really feel like if you've got a Portal, you need to have premium because that cloud offering is so good. It just means that I could take it to the States, for example, and I could connect up via cloud and I could play. As long as you've got a connection, as long as you've got an internet connection, you're going to have a great experience on it. It is that impressive. It works so, so well. So this is very, very welcome news for me.
Completely agree with you if you don't have an alternative.
Yes.
So for people that have a Steam Deck like myself,
oh yeah, no point.
I just play that, right? No
Yeah, of
point
course.
in subscribing to Premium. All right. So that is my kind of standpoint on this. But if you haven't, if the PlayStation Portal is your only kind of mobile device outside you playing Block Blast on your phone,
Of course.
subscribe to the Premium. It's a no-brainer. I agree.
Yeah, it is so, so good. So this is, if this comes truth, which it feels like it is going that way, right? Like there's no logical sense why they wouldn't take it to this level. It's been in beta for a long time now, and it's had overwhelming success. It makes sure, what's quite nice is when you finish a game on a premium streaming, it has like a little survey that comes up. And it's like, how was your experience? And you got like all these different smiley faces or whatever.
Shite.
I'm always pressing the smiliest face because I have not had a single issue with it. And that is total contrast to when you like stream from the console and then it's game dependent on if you have a good experience or not. So I think this is the logical next step. I don't think it's something where it's going to drive people away from having like a PS5. You know, like I don't think it's going to be one of those things where people are like, all I need to do is buy the Portal and I can play my games. No, because there's no storefront on there for a start, so you're kind of fucked anyway. You know, I guess you could go on your mobile or whatever.
Use the app, yeah.
You could. It's not that. I think it's just giving people that are on premium just the true potential of what the device could be, and it hints towards what's next with our hybrid console that we've spoken about so many times, being able to have like native, like PS4 kind of support, and then have streaming there for your PS5 and PS6 catalog. And I think it's the logical step along that timeline to me. And I think I'm so set on the future being what we've predicted that if it's not, I'm going to be bitterly disappointed. Because I think we just fucking nailed it when we were talking about it on the last time we discussed it. But that's my piece. Sorry, I've had a bit of a ramble.
It would be nice to be right for once, wouldn't it?
It would. It's long overdue, mate.
123 episodes. It's only Spencer's got one or two things right. So fingers crossed this one comes true. But Spencer, you haven't got a PlayStation Portal. Now, does this news spark that inner fire inside yourself to think, I'm going to go out and get one of these devices ASAP and get me Premium?
No, it dulls the flame, if anything.
Wow.
And I knew Davey was going to be like, eh? When I said that then. This, right, I'm desperate for a PS Portal, by the way. I've been looking on Marketplace for months. I'm always on the scout, but I can't, it's Christmas soon. Who knows? But this is bollocks. Because it's PS Premium. Why should I have PS Premium to play the games I've bought? What are you on about?
Well, you could just connect up normally through your console.
Yeah, but why, to be able to stream them in a much better quality, like you've said, should I have to pay premium to play the games that I've already purchased?
It's a premium service, mate. You get
bollocks.
You sound like Phil Hoy.
Yeah, he's going to demask Scooby-Doo.
What is going on? I would have got away with it too if it wasn't for you kids.
Mate, this is something, like, I agree this is good. This is great. This is something that the Portal should have. I don't understand why it's locked behind premium membership. This should be PS Essential, not even
Servers
extra.
are expensive, bro.
Who fucking cares? They've bought. Sorry, sorry. Let me grab my glass. Sorry, who cares? You've bought the console so they can provide the freaking servers. That's a joke that you have to be paying premium, which is quite expensive, to play the games that you've already bought. I think that's daft.
I think for me, the big thing with premium is you get access to the catalog of cloud games that you don't have digital, right?
That I agree with. That's brilliant.
This is an extra feature on top of that for those premium people. Like we were saying for ages that premium never was worth it, right? The first time I ever felt that premium was worth it was when I had a Portal. up until then, I never did feel it was ever worth it. There was times in the show where I was really debating on downgrading, and then as soon as I do, it's like as if Sony listen and they chuck in Resistance into the back catalogue, right? It's like as if they fucking know. So I got no choice. This is the first thing that's made that premium feel like a premium feature, that yes, I'm getting a better experience than those on the lower tiers. And you can't have that value proposition if you don't hold something back behind a paywall. Yeah, it sucks. But otherwise, you could make the argument, oh, they should just give us all the games on Extra on the Essential as well, right? Like, they got to have something to separate the tiers, right?
Is this an update to the PS Portal or to PS Premium? To the PS Portal. So why is it an ad for the Premium? It's not something that should be like, now the Premium's worth it because I have a Portal. That's not a thing. This is supposed to benefit the Portal users, not the Premium users.
Spence, you also got to realise that this comes at no additional cost if you've already got a Portal and the Premium. Okay.
Yeah, that I get.
So
that.
you're looking at it from the standpoint that you own a Portal, and you're like, oh, I don't get this extra feature, and now I'm going to have to bone up for it. But there was already quite a lot that you got for Premium already. So this is free. It's not like Sony are saying, well, now we're adding this feature, but it's another 40 quid a month.
Well, it is though.
That
if
would
you
be a
don't have
ridiculous
Premium.
price upgrade, but hey, Xbox has done it recently, right?
This is, yeah, but I know what you're saying. I understand what you mean. But this update doesn't change any PS Portal users other than the people who have Premium. Whereas and it's to play your own games that you own. You own these games. You should just be able to stream them on Essential. I don't understand why you have to have a Premium to do this. Sounds weird to me. I don't. Do you guys not know where I'm coming from?
I get where you're coming from, but I think like Phil was saying, there's a cost to do this that's substantial, right? To be able to run that service. And I think ultimately, if you want to have the better experience, you'll pay for it. Like Phil gets a better console experience. He's got a Pro. We don't, right? Like I pay Premium. I get the classic game, sure, cool. But the best benefit for me has been like the cloud catalog of games that I can access, and then be able to have my own games within that run off that cloud service rather than me streaming it from my home device is an extra little pip to be like, cheers for being premium. And I think it's just a nice value add.
I think you've got to travel a lot as well for this to actually
You do.
realise its full value. I think if you're sat around the house on the sofa when your missus is watching Bake Off, you don't need it, because my console will stream to my Portal because I'm maybe 2 meters away, probably less than that. Actually, my living room ain't that big, right? I'm right next to my PlayStation. But if you're traveling the world, you're a high flyer, I'm sure you could probably end up affording Premium. But this is just great for you, I think. I think if you already subscribe to it, it's great, but I totally get what Spencer is saying, that now there's kind of more pressure on the people that aren't subscribing to subscribe to get the full benefit of the Portal.
Yes. Yeah. And I see your point. I do see your point, Spence. And maybe it's because I'm a premium player anyway. It just feels like a nice thing for me,
Yeah,
and that I suppose that's where I'm coming from.
Mate, my only gripe with it is that it's to play your own games that you've bought, man. I have these games. Why can't I stream them? I should be able to stream them without needing Premium if I've bought the game. Are you telling me I've got to not only spend 70 quid on this brand new game that's come out, I then also need to buy Premium to be able to stream it on my holiday?
Well, I mean,
still stream from your console, right?
Yeah, you
Yeah,
still stream from
but-
the console, but it'd be gash. But you
It'd
can.
be cash. Well, that's what I mean. Why? I don't. Why? That doesn't make sense to me. I'm sorry, it doesn't. I know. To be fair, I do. It does make sense, but it just shouldn't be locked behind Premium. I think it being locked behind Premium is, even if it was just extra, fine. But this update feels like something Essential players should have to play the games you own.
I suppose the only thing we can say about it at this point is that it is rumoured. So we can't say for definite it is going to go this way. I can see it going this way.
It will.
Definitely.
100%.
Definitely.
I can see it going this way, but I can't say for definite. Yeah, this is going to be the reality. But we can just agree to disagree, mate. There's no right or wrong. Ultimately,
No, yeah,
we're
of
coming
course.
from two different sides. I already pay for premium, you don't. So there's that conundrum in the
Well,
mix
I don't
as
even
well.
have a portal, bro.
No, there is that too. But audience, I'd love to know your thoughts on this. How do you take this news? I took it very, very positive. Spence taking it in a negative way. Let us know. Write into the email pswetrust@gmail.com, or hit us up on any of the socials, all of which are in the description of the show. But with that, shall we start going through and trying to figure out what each other's quotes are?
Yeah. Let's do this. So, Spence, do you want to give us your first one? And me and Davey will try and work out between us if we know it or if one of us is going to take a guess at it.
Sure. So my first one was, "You picked the wrong guy to mess with."
I know this.
It's,
Okay, I think I know it.
it's easy, I think.
You can go first then if you think you know, because I know this.
Okay, well, I think it's the character Davey plays in Smash.
Oh, Sonic. Oh, Terry. It can't be Terry. It's
Yeah,
not.
Terry. Oh, isn't Terry? I don't know.
This is Luke, Street Fighter 6.
Yeah, don't play Street Fighter 6. I wouldn't have known that.
It's Luke's level 3. Guess on top of it goes, "You picked the wrong guy." A lot of people didn't know what he said for a long
I thought he was
time.
always saying Memphis.
A lot of people said,
Take you down
yeah,
to Memphis.
to Memphis. That's what everyone always thought he said.
I would have got that. I wouldn't. I don't play Street Fighter 6. Past Street Fighter 4, don't know the quotes. Just for future reference.
It was like the most popular one. That's the reason I picked that one.
Get over here.
That might be one of mine for next week, since
there
how
we
easy
go,
mine
Davey.
are.
Yeah.
That's crazy. And then my second one. Or do you want to do one each?
Let's do one each. Let's switch it up. Davey,
All right.
do you want to do your first one?
All right, me and my crew.
Can I
wanna
pretend I don't know this?
I'll tell you what.
I want to know the character and the game
I
for
haven't.
this. But
It's the character I play. Duh.
but if you guys don't know, I'll take whichever's closest. Right?
I haven't
If you both know. It.
Inkling, but I'm probably wrong. So should I go first?
Oh, yeah, such bullshit. Such bullshit.
It's flawed, mate. The guessing system's a bit flawed in who goes first.
Go on then, Spence. You go first on this one. I'll go
Right.
first on the next one from Davey.
To be fair, the character might be wrong, but I doubt it. Concord, door.
What do you reckon, Phil?
I'm going to go Concord Dawn.
No, it's just door, right?
It
DAW.
is Dawe, isn't it? DAWE.
Yeah. Oh, E. I didn't know it was an E.
Yeah,
But I
pretty
knew it was
sure
Dawe.
is. But I'll give it to you, Spence, anyway, regardless, because that is what I wrote down for myself.
Oh, yeah, it's definitely door. It's definitely door.
But there you go. Well done. So that's a point for Spence on this one. On
Gosh.
my round, which is going to be the easiest round. I've got a feeling that Phil's going to get my second one. But Phil, let's go to your first one.
Okay, guys, and remember, this isn't an impression because I've given up on impressions. So this is just a quote. "A hero need not speak. When he is gone, the world will speak for him."
I've got a feeling, but it's a guess, Spence. It's a guess.
I
It's
have
not-
the same thing,
Okay.
but I feel like Phil wouldn't say it.
Ooh.
So that's why I think I'm wrong.
Well, I'm probably wrong too, but I'll,
You go.
You sure?
I'll let- yeah.
I
I'll let
reckon
you
it's.
go.
I reckon it's from medieval.
Okay.
Is that thrown you? Is it?
Oh, I don't know.
I'm
I
probably
don't-
wrong.
Do you want it again?
No, I've got it written down. I wrote it down whilst you said it the first time. I feel like you wouldn't say. Halo.
There we go. It's Halo. Correct.
Oh my gosh.
Well done, Spencer. Yeah.
Wow.
Fuck
It's a
me,
quote
fuck
from
me.
the original Halo. Of
Wow,
course,
well
we've
done.
got Halo possibly coming up as a later topic, and I thought it was quite appropriate to have a quote from Halo.
I was
Well
stressing.
done,
I just
Spence.
thought you wouldn't say an Xbox thing. All I thought was
So Xbox, is it?
Oh,
Not anymore.
Oh.
all I was thinking was, who's like a hero need not speak, and in my head I was going, who doesn't talk? Like the
It's
whole.
either him or Gordon Freeman, right?
Yeah, but you did Half-Life
Actually,
last
thoughts.
time. I thought
The
about that.
silent protagonist.
You did Half-Life last time, so I thought there's no way it's Half-Life. And then I was just, who doesn't speak? And I was like, oh, it has to be. But would he do Xbox? I
He
was,
does
I mean,
speak.
In the original game?
I'm pretty sure he does.
I don't think he does.
I thought he was famous for not speaking in the original
No,
game.
Master Chief speaks.
They
No,
gave
I-
him voices later.
I
Again,
don't know when
Halo.
they gave him voices,
Yeah.
but he does speak. Good
No.
guess, though, Spence. Well
Well
done.
done, Spence.
Cheers, man. I was actually stressed about that.
That was really good.
All right, my second one, boys. It's an impression, but it's a bad one. There are no good men, only good prey.
I think I know this, but judging from my last guess, maybe I don't. But I feel like I do know it.
I don't know it. But I can guess.
Go on.
I'm guessing it's an obscure quote from a Wolverine game.
From Wolverine game, wow. I'm going for Kraven the Hunter from Spider-Man 2.
It's Craven, Spider-Man 2.
That makes more sense, to
Yeah.
be fair.
Yeah, I thought not a too difficult one, and we've all played it. But I don't know what I can't remember what Craven even sounds like in that game.
Not like that.
No, yeah, I did.
I
preface.
can't do an impression, but that is definitely not like that. All right, then. Here we go. Used to be 50,000 people living here. Now it's a ghost town. Phil, you got first dibs on this.
Yeah, crack on.
So, Call of Duty?
Yeah,
Four?
is that as
4?
yeah? Okay,
Yep.
okay. Any other details you want to provide?
That's all I know. I don't know
That's fine.
COD that well.
That's fine. Spence,
Is it Soap or Price? Oh, is it Soap or Price? It's got to be Price. I'm going to say it's Price, and I'm going to say COD 4 Remaster, if you check your trophy list.
I'm giving it to Phil. And it's not soap or
Oh, is it
Price.
Ghost?
No, it's the guy that you follow around when you're playing as Price, I believe. It's the Scottish dude. But I'm giving it to Phil anyway because we don't need to go into as much detail as that. Who says that? It's Captain Macmillan.
Oh, Macmillan.
Yeah.
If I got Macmillan, though, surely. it'd
Yeah,
be
if
me.
you got Macmillan, I would have given it
Yeah,
to you.
yeah.
100%.
Fair enough. Valid. No
But
complaints.
yeah, well done, Phil. For my super hard ones, of course, this time. Right, Phil, your last one.
Okay, so again, a super hard one for both of you. So, I thought you were my greatest enemy when all along you were my best friend.
I got nothing on this.
Mate,
Spence.
I got nout on this.
I got nothing.
You have both played said game.
When?
Yeah, not recently, I would have said. Yeah, not recently.
I'll just go for a guess. Do you want me just to blindly guess?
You may as well. I've got nout.
Metal Gear Solid.
You thought I'd do you on a Metal Gear Solid quote. You
yeah,
don't know.
yeah.
Brilliant.
Certainly doesn't sound like anything Snake would say. And I'd hope you do an impression, but I'll give it a go.
I thought you were my greatest enemy when all along you were my best friend. What the hell, man?
Earlier, I didn't play games.
Yeah. What is this from? Tell you what, Last of Us 2.
So it's both your favourite games, and I'm doing quotes. It's neither of those games, guys.
Didn't think
It's
so.
Portal 2. It's one of my favourite games. It's
Oh.
GLaDOS.
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 Oh, well
Yes.
done.
She does say that.
She does, yes. It's part of a much longer quote, but that's the main kind of part of it. So, yeah, just give you a portion of GLaDOS is a quote there. So, unfortunately, neither of you got my quotes. I thought they were pretty well known, both of those. But listeners, viewers, if you did know those quotes, let us know in the comments below. And no cheating.
So who's walking away with shots on this one? Is it
Well,
all
I've
of
got
us?
one right.
Spencer
Spencer
got one right.
One right.
I have 2 right.
Spence has 2, I've got 2.
Oh, Okay, so we need
Shot
to do
for
some
yourself.
sort of tiebreaker, or should I just take a shot? I'll just take
This
a
is-
shot because I'm the
it's-
loser.
Yeah, it's a shot for yourself.
Okie doke.
And with that, we shall move it on to Rumour Has It.
Kick it!
You wake up with a rumor and you don't want to go. You ask if it's confirmed and they still say no.
Oh, that's a blast from the past, isn't it? It's been
Yes.
ages since we played that.
Banger, man. Banger.
We have not
Phil.
heard that in a long old time, have we, guys? Jesus Christ.
I love
Big-
that jingle.
It's class jingle, absolutely
It's so
fantastic
good,
jingle.
man.
We should really just move all the rumours out of quick news and just put them back in this section of the show again, shouldn't we? So we could have that rumour jingle more times. Phil, do you want to lead us out on this rumour?
Sure, but just on that rumor intro, we should we're a band. We could play that and record it. We should lay down a track. I'll play bass. You get on the guitar. Spence, drums. Beastie Boys, there was 3 of them. We could do it.
Yeah, we could. We could do a
It's a
full song of it.
challenge.
Now we got AI, we can get it to write the rest of the lyrics for us instead of us doing the.
Yeah, so true.
Because we wrote the first bit, but we can get it to write the rest.
Yeah, we should do that. But anyway, on to our rumor. And this rumor falls to me because it is a PC rumor of sorts. We have got a rumor around Half-Life 3, and I cannot believe that I'm actually saying this because there has been rumors upon rumors upon rumors for a very, very long time around this game. And it seems like we're getting a little closer to where we want to be with it. Okay, so these rumors say that Half-Life 3 will take advantage of what's known as Steam Frame. Okay, we're going to get dynamic deformation types for the NPCs and enemies. So to dumb that down, that means we're going to expect crazy amounts of gore in Half-Life 3. There's going to be a character. This is data mining, of course. There's going to be an enemy called the Zen Gorilla. Mentions that there's going to be lots of tentacles coming out of that enemy. There's going to be a large state optimization occurrence. We're going to get asymmetrical particle simulations, allowing them to render on their own. So think wind and sunshine all interacting together. So visuals are on a whole new level. We're going to get high-end liquid simulation, large water bodies, and spilt liquids. And the rumor, guys, that we're going to get the first trailer of Half-Life 3, can't believe I'm saying this, very, very soon. And if we look at Half-Life Alyx, okay, the release and the trailer was super close together. So I got the dates for those. So when Half-Life Alyx came out, we got the trailer on the 19th of November, 2019. 19th is just around the corner. And that released on the 23rd of March, 2020. So the timelines are syncing up.
Wow. Really?
And hey, put your tinfoil hat on. Because this could be a conspiracy, maybe not a rumor, okay? And Steam Frame, just for you guys, there's been a lot of rumors around this as well. Now, it's a patent Valve has placed, and everyone just assumes it's going to be the new VR headset. So it's the upgrade for the Index, but there has been some rumors going around the mill around the Steam Deck 2, or possibly a Steam console. I know we speculated quite a lot about Xbox possibly, switching gears a little bit. Maybe this is Valve's way in to become a main player when it comes to console gaming. Now, guys, how does all that nonsense sound? Because do we believe any of it? Probably not. But come on, it's got to be true, hasn't it? Spencer, I'm going to come over to you first.
I'll say, so the stuff you said about Half-Life with the, say like things interacting with each other, like the light and the wind and stuff, I fully believe that, especially from what we've seen with CS2, where like you could throw a frag grenade into smoke and it will dissipate the smoke with where it blows. That is some of the coolest stuff I've ever seen in games. That is really real cool technology. I expect Valve to be capable of stuff like that. The Half-Life 3 stuff it goes a bit different. From what you've said with Alyx happening, with that was that the initial trailer, the first trailer we ever saw? Was that soon?
The trailer was the 19th of November 2019, and then it released pretty much straight after in March.
That's crazy.
So they hold on to it for a very, very long time, and there's no leaks as such, although we are speculating on a leak here.
Yeah.
So, maybe it's right, maybe it's wrong, I don't know. But maybe 19th of November is coming up, isn't it? A couple of days after my birthday. Wouldn't that be a present and a half if we got the official trailer for Half-Life 3? I think I'd fall off my seat. Like, officially fall off my seat.
Fall off my seat.
Yeah.
I think Half-Life 3, man, it ain't happening. I gotta say it.
Don't do that to me, Spence.
Mate, it's not happening, especially on rumored technology, which I think, from the way you've worded it, it sounds hard to accomplish. I mean, I believe in Valve, they will accomplish it. How far along is it? Because they're not going to put something that isn't perfect into... They're not going to make Half-Life 3 without everything being perfect, because they can't. The hype is enormous.
Wild, yeah.
It's wild. It has to be the GTA 6 killer. Let's be honest. And that's not happening. But I'm hopeful for you, mate. I want it, though. I do want it. I am hopeful for you. Especially after I played Alex. Alex is brilliant. I think 3 would be great. Steam console, or Valve console. Do you remember the Valve controller they made?
Yep.
I don't think a console's a good idea.
Those go for a lot of money now. They're like collector's items.
Yeah, but no one's using them.
No. I think they did a handset afterwards, though, which was a lot better. It actually had buttons rather than just touchpads on either side.
They found buttons
God.
today. They figured out how to make buttons. I think it's nuts, man. I think the Steam frame technology is the only part of this I really believe. And it's the only part that... Obviously, Half-Life 3 will happen, I think. But will it? I don't know. They'll make another game at some point, whether it's Half-Life 3 or not. I can't say. Steam frame technology, I believe in that. I think that's real cool, and I think they will change gaming in some way. I think they are fully capable of that. The console shit is bollocks. I can't imagine the console happening, especially whilst Xbox is leaving that space, and it's just Sony dominating it.
There's a lot of hope within this rumour, I have to be real. But it has been reported quite a lot over on Twitter, but as you know, we can't really take any of that as gospel because it's a rumour mill. And we've got people that have been wanting this game for a very, very long time who are very connected to these worlds in Half-Life, speculating on speculation. And this is what we've come to. So I had a very interesting conversation, actually, just to pull it back, with my brother over in the States around this topic. And we were saying that each iteration of Half-Life has sort of broke the mold. They've come out with something different, which has put them head and shoulders above everybody else. And we both kind of came to the conclusion that Valve very much thought VR was going to be that. And that's what Half-Life Alyx actually ended up becoming from Half-Life 3. I think we thought that maybe Half-Life 3 was going to be Alyx, and then it became Alyx because it didn't really live up to sort of the expectation that you guys are heaping on something like a Half-Life 3. So it really needs to have something, whatever that something is, to change gaming. Now, if it's going to go up against, you mentioned Grand Theft Auto and games like that, it's really going to have something extra. And what that is, I don't know. The graphics and everything else that I sort of went through sounds incredibly interesting for most games. But for a Half-Life game, is there anything there that changes the game? I don't think so. So I'm not sure. I'm just living on hope and a prayer at the moment. But Davey, I know you've played Half-Life in the past, both 1 and 2.
I have.
Didn't remember some quotes from Portal, but you're a fan of sorts. Does any of this rumor sort of interest you or get you excited in the least? Do you think anything's true here?
I got to be careful here, right? Because I made a promise to myself and publicly on the podcast a while ago, right? And I'll for those who don't remember, I'll feed you in. Myself and Spence did a duo episode when Feral's off. And we spoke about that, about a rumor that was up about Oblivion remake. This never made it into the show because I edited it out. Because the entire time we spent about 40 minutes saying it's never happening,
We
right?
spent 40 minutes shitting on it, saying no way.
And it was announced the day after we recorded it.
Brilliant.
So, and it never made it in. I managed to cut it out and
We
made
should
it
have
so
left
that,
it in, by the way.
Oh, it was, we were like, there's no fucking way. Not this week. No way. It's not going to be stealth dropped. It was stealth dropped. So I made a promise that following episode that any time any rumors like this come out, I will blindly believe them. I'm not going back on that. So even though I personally don't think that Half-Life 3 is going to be shown soon, I believe it because I'm constantly wrong. So I believe it. I actually believe it. And to be fair, right, as much as we've been expecting Half-Life 3 since 2006, something like that, right? As much as we've been expecting it since then, it's like 20 years later. That technology that you were explaining sounds really impressive. You think about, or if I think about the things that blew me away in the past, it was in Metal Gear Solid 2 in the tanker, being able to shoot like a jar, and those jar contents go everywhere, right? Or in Metal Gear Solid Rising, being able to cut like a watermelon and it go into sections. Those kind of things, they may be small, but they're fucking game changing. Much like with Uncharted 2, being able to move through scenery, right? Wild. Like just moving through a bookcase in Uncharted 2, in Last of Us 2, when we saw that first gameplay trailer, was mind blowing, and it's just moving through the scenery in the way that she did, and it was like, holy shit, never seen anything look like that before. Like never been able to do that before. Much the same way that for Battlefield, just dragging somebody as a medic, just like, what the hell? Why haven't we been able to do this? It doesn't take an awful lot for something to stand out and be revolutionary. And in Half-Life 2, it was like the gravity gun and those kind of things, right?
Physics, yeah.
Having like a new level of that with like proper water physics and the way that air and stuff can interact, it sounds small, but they're the things that really do set up what we move to in gaming. And I believe if they incorporate those in, that will be a fucking show-stopping thing. That you're like, holy shit, I've never seen it behave like this, because we come to just get used to what we've always kind of known in gaming and its limitations, right? I think those small things are the things that will set it apart. And I think all those rumors about that technology ring true to me as much as they do to yourself, Spence, and to you, Phil. I think that's the most, taking aside from the fact that I will blindly believe this, right? I believe that part 100%. Half-Life 3, I don't, but for the sake of being proven wrong so many times, I do believe. I do believe it. So take that how you will. But I'll be excited nonetheless.
I like your style, mate. And fingers crossed we get something right. We keep talking about the amount of mistakes that we make. So hopefully you've correctly identified that this is pure truth and no speculation. And on November 19th, we're going to get the trailer for Half-Life 3. God, can't believe
No way, man.
But listeners, viewers, let us know in the comments, are you excited for Half-Life 3? And do you believe every word that I have said? Hope you do. Let's move this on, guys, to the topic of the show.
Stop! Topic time!
And here we are with the topic, and today's topic is an absolute juicer. This is going to be this is not news to anyone. I think unless you've been living under a fucking rock, you will have heard the news that Halo is being remade and is coming to PlayStation 5 on the day of its release. Now, there's quite a bit we can go into from this, but first off, I want to get the initial thoughts out the way, and I'll give you some stats and, I'll give you some roundabout things for this remake, just for those that don't know, right? So this is the original Halo Combat Evolved. It's being remade on Unreal Engine 5. With that, it is bringing some enhancements, namely, obviously, graphics being enhanced, but they're changing certain aspects of the gameplay as well to go with kind of modern sensibilities. Meaning that you can sprint in this one where you couldn't in the original. The Warthog has been redesigned so it can accommodate 4 players in there. This has 4-player co-op throughout the entire thing, 2-player split screen. I'm hype as fuck with this. I'll get my own thoughts out of the way. I am super fucking excited. I've wanted Halo on a console, on a PlayStation console, for forever. And as soon as we saw the floodgates opened, when they announced the initial 4 titles that were coming, and we were like, there's no way they stop at 4. It was a matter of time. Then we've had Forza, we've had Gears. This is the final pillar to fall. It was inevitability. We've had rumors out the fucking wazoo for ages. We all said they were true, that this was going to be happening. This is the rare thing that we were totally right about. It has become a reality. I am buying this day fucking one. Day fucking one. I am getting this. I'm putting my money where my mouth is, and I'll be happy. And I'm going to go on a price speculation with you boys in a moment. I'll put my own thoughts out there now. I reckon this is going to be a £40 to £50. This. So not full price, not 70, because there is no multiplayer included with this. It's just the campaign. I reckon this is a £40 to £50 release. So slightly budgeted, but not going down towards the 20 mark, like some people may say. Phil, I'm going to come to you first on this. Are you hyped that Halo's coming? And give me your full thoughts on it.
I honestly cannot believe that this is the day that we're reporting this news. It's crazy. I never thought we'd get Halo on PlayStation. It's the last standing bastion of Xbox, and it's coming to PlayStation. It's hard as a PlayStation loyalist not to smirk when I say that sentence. And I've spoken to quite a lot of people, and people tend to gloss over what this means coming to PlayStation. It's not just it's going multi-platform and we're getting on PC. No. Xbox's biggest IP, the one it's known for, is coming to PlayStation. Jesus Christ. I still can't even believe it. Still can't believe it. But I am the same as you, Davey. Absolute hype to be able to play this game. But I feel a bit, not hard done by, but just a bit gutted for the Halo guys, that it's going to come to PlayStation and it's not going to be as big as maybe it was when it came to Xbox, because we're missing out on the multiplayer. Now, I kind of understand why they've avoided that hot potato because of Concord, right? Bring in kind of like a multiplayer game to PlayStation currently. You don't want to touch that. I don't think so. And I don't think Halo's the one to come in and solve that. I think you want to withdraw it and hold it off a little bit until later that kind of bed is settled and people are more willing to play those sort of multiplayer games without it being a battle royale on PlayStation. So I totally get that. But to come out and say, this is our biggest title, it's Halo, and it's going to be a reduced game, it's kind of a punch in the face, isn't it?
Do you think it that way, do you? See,
a little bit. I get it from PlayStation where they're like, we're not going to sell it as a £70 game because it's Xbox's biggest game. We're going to give it you for 40 quid.
I reckon, I'm just thinking about like, and this isn't confirmed by any stretch of the imagination.
Sure,
this is my speculation here on the price. But I imagine that, you know, Gears was a budgeted title, but granted that was just a remaster, right? It's a full remake. So I think they can charge more for it in that aspect. But it doesn't have the full multiplayer suite that they added in with Master Chief Collection. And my rationale for that is because I think it makes perfect sense to save the multiplayer kind of component that everyone will be raving for, right? And to bring that in with either a port of Halo Infinite over, which is a live service game that has a multiplayer component, or you get a couple of years down the line and we're talking Halo 7. And that's then when that has the full multiplayer suite. I think this is something to be able to test the water. It's a lot easier to be able to do it for a remake. I think even if we take it to a remake for a classic game that was well known for its multiplayer, in like COD 4, that didn't have the multiplayer suite like with that. So it was just a campaign for COD Modern Warfare 2. It was just the campaign, right? So I think there's precedent for that. I don't think it's anything in as much as that they're scared to put it over, because I think it would do very, very well. Like Gears multiplayer is doing very, very well. And that's a really old game. Halo would do fucking super well, but it's a massive time investment. If you're doing that for a UE5 full remake, it's a huge time investment, let alone with all the extra weapons they've added in, the new balancing, all that. It's a lot of work when they can focus that into the main development of the next Halo title, which then will come across multiplayer to all of them with a multiplayer suite. That's my take on it anyway. But Spence, what's your initial thoughts on kind of Halo coming across to PS5, the hype, price, that kind of thing?
I fully support both you guys being hyped for this. And I think a lot of people should be hyped for this. It's an exciting time. It's also a devastating time for Xbox, obviously, but it's an exciting time for PlayStation. I think us getting Halo is very much the final nail in the coffin. And that is, well, it's hard to even argue that. This is the Xbox franchise. No multiplayer is quite big. I would not pay more than... I don't think I'd pay more than 20 quid.
More than 20? It's
For
a fucking classic campaign.
Yeah,
fully
that I could have
remade.
played 20 years ago. I'm alright. I would rather, if I'm only playing the campaign, I'd rather go back and play the OG than play
Wow.
a new version of it, I think. But especially if there's no multiplayer, I'm okay. I'd rather go back for the story. It's like Phil, how you always want to play a game story on its original hardware, so you can get the intended, kind of thing. If I was going to play Combat Evolved now, just the campaign, no multiplayer, I'd play it on the original. I'm not going to fork out 40, 50 pound to play it with a new lick of paint. I'd rather you could get an Xbox 360 at CEX or Marketplace for about a tenner, probably with Combat Evolved, and it'd be nothing. I'd much rather do it that way.
It isn't just a lick of paint, though. That's not what they're proposing.
Oh, you could sprint.
They're changing quite a lot with this game. Now, yeah, 100% you'd want to play on the original hardware, the original game. But if you're a fan and you've played it on that hardware, and now you've got a PlayStation, it's the time to play it again. How many of us haven't played this game?
I haven't played this game, to be
Have
fair.
you not?
Not number one.
Oh, dude, you should. It's great. It's
Well,
fantastic. Yeah, go back and
Here
play
we
that.
go.
Buy
Go
it for
back
like
and play.
Yeah, go back
Yeah.
and play it, and then get hyped for the new one. The beautiful thing about it is, Spence, you won't have to pay for it, because I'll be
no, I
getting
know.
this.
Yeah, no, of course.
So
I've played LAN multiplayer of it. I've not played the campaign or multiplayer. When I went to college, I've told this story on the show before, I think. When I went to college,
What, when you shit in the corridor?
I smeared
That
it
was
on
in
the walls.
school. Thank you.
Oh,
Yeah,
school.
That was in
That was
Sorry,
school. That
sorry.
was school. Sorry. Yeah, this is a
Okay.
different time. Different
Got
time.
away with it.
Yeah. Yeah, they let me in a new place. When in college, I did IT when I was 18 in college, and on one of the computers, I was just nosing around the local files on the computer, because I just always did. I don't know why, just to see if people had saved random shit. There was a copy of Halo Combat Evolved on one of the PCs, and I put it on a USB, spread it around the computers, and we had a big LAN sesh, and it was
Nice.
Sick.
immense. But that's my only experience with Combat Evolved. That is it. And I am not. Maybe you guys, because you know how good it is, are willing to pay that much. I don't know how good it is. I'm sure it is great. For a game that's been out 20 years, and for it to be not cut in half, I suppose, because the original didn't
No.
really have multiplayer that.
It was like there was multiplayer and you could LAN it up, right? But it wasn't online.
It was local, yeah.
Yeah, it was local, and it wasn't to me anyway, it was always fun. But for me, the big draw was the campaign in the original one. And just playing it through all the different difficulty options and things like that, going for legendary and stuff like that. So this is appealing to me without the multiplayer, just because I appreciate the amount of effort that they've put in. Like, it looks fucking gorgeous. And when they're talking about, they've added in loads of different weapons from the rest of the series, different mechanics from the rest of the series, I'm happy to see what they've done and give it the benefit of the doubt. And as you said quite rightly, the original's there. I played the original to death so many times through with different people that I just want to have that experience and to know that I can play it with like you two lads and anybody else who wants to join. It would be so fucking fun.
It'll be fun. And game share as well. You have to share play as well. That will, even then, that works. You can split screen that way. It'll be fine. I'm, as much as I agree with you, I'm not willing to see what they've done at a price point higher than, I think, maybe £25. I just wouldn't be happy. Not for a game with just campaign that's not... I don't know. How long's the campaign in Combat Evolved?
About 8 hours?
I suppose I've paid more for less.
I'll have a look now. I'll have a look. I reckon it's about 8 hours, but
I'd reckon it's about 8 hours. But I agree with you very much in that there's a reason they haven't done multiplayer for this, and that's to save it for something bigger. I don't like what you said with Halo 7 or whatever. I'd much rather have a version of Halo 3 or Halo.
Well,
Reach.
There's rumors that have come out. I don't believe them for a second at this stage because there's no way they're working on them at this point. There's rumors that apparently they're remaking 2 and 3 and they won't have multiplayer either, and that would be a bigger deal. That would be a much bigger deal.
If 3 didn't have multiplayer,
yeah, that'd be a massive deal. I don't believe those rumors at all. Like this game just got announced. They're still working on it. There's no way they're starting work on 2 and 3. Like no chance. Like I can see maybe it might be going into like pre-production, but what? There's no
mention it?
There's no way those plans can change. I've looked it up. 9 to 11 hours on normal difficulty.
Oh, quite good. Yeah, quite good.
Yeah.
To be fair, I still wouldn't be that happy at paying that. I don't know, because there's a lot of changes. Maybe you might have me. You might have me by the balls.
It's not like a 4-hour throwaway thing. It was a huge deal, and especially like this is the game that everyone, when the Xbox first came out, this was it. Like, I remember just playing this in like, going to like Curry's or whatever, and there'd be an Xbox there, and it would have Combat Evolved, and I'd be like, holy
Curry's.
Fuck, this is sick. And then it was just, I never owned an Xbox, so it was always just going around to like, Dan Thompson's house or Andrew Phillips' house or Brett Sully's house, and just playing Halo and just fucking loving it and being like, Jesus Christ, I should buy an Xbox, but I don't need to because I could just play yours.
Yeah. Say, mate, go to bed. I'm busy.
Yeah, we're playing Halo, bro. But fair enough. That gets some initial hype out of the way. I do want to move this over into not so much a gloat, because that's not what I want to do. But I want to just stress to the audience, it's your first time being here. We have been pro Xbox for forever on this show, in terms of wishing them the best, hoping they turn it around, hoping that they can actually be the competition that Sony needs to keep them in check. That's something that we've said so many times on this podcast. It goes beyond fucking even saying, right? Like, anyone who listens to us regularly, you'll know that. For people who listen to like the odd YouTube short where we're taking the piss out of Flight Sim or whatever, they think we're like, we hate Xbox.
Yeah, there've been a few snarky comments here and there.
Of course, but we all say it in jest, right? The thing is, like, all we want is for them to do well. But unfortunately, and I think we can take some pride in this, we called this years ago that this was going to happen. Like, years ago. Like, when our podcast first started, we were calling Xbox was going down the fucking drain. And the reason for that is what I want to unpick with you boys. We don't have to go too deep, but I do want to know where you think the death blow began with Xbox, and what was the like kind of Achilles heel here? I've got my own thoughts, but I'll save them. Phil, I'm going to come to you first on this. What do you think was the thing? It's a big thing to ask.
It's a big thing to ask. Where the hell do you start with this? There's about 8 different things that I can reel off. So you had declining hardware sales. You had studio closures and layoffs. You had game development release issues. You had shifting exclusivity strategies. You've had that recent price increase and the loss of the clear identity of Xbox. They just haven't had a leader over there. It's just wild. There is so many aspects to Xbox that from the outside looking inward to Xbox, you're just like, what are you guys doing? You know, there's enough on PlayStation that we grumble about. And hell, we're on episode 123, and every episode will have a grumble about something that's going on in PlayStation. But once you look at Xbox, my God, there's some issues. There is so much nonsense going on there. And it's hard not to look at it and kind of point and go, you know, as a PlayStation fan. It really is. It's really difficult not to. And I'm holding it back. I'm being very, very professional.
You are. you are being professional. You are, and you've reeled off a quite an exhaustive list there. Spence, what are your thoughts? Where did you see it going wrong?
Oh, mate, the killing blow was the launch of the Xbox One X. And I fully believe that, and I've always thought it's that. They launched it not as a games console, but as an entertainment system, where this is your new Skybox. You can use this for everything. You can do Netflix. Disney Plus wasn't even out then, but I'm sure you can get it now. You can order a pizza off of it. You can do whatever you want except play exclusives, because we don't really have many. That is the thing. They just switched to media rather than gaming with the Xbox One. And I've pulled up a list just now, by the way, of Xbox One exclusives. And it says Xbox One console experiences, definitive console experiences. One of them is Dance Central Spotlight.
Jesus Lord.
Brilliant. There's about 12 games here. And, you know, none of them are bloody blowing me away. I'm not even going to list them because it's not worth it. It's just the one.
We had some stinkers too, Spence. So
we've had stinkers.
It's not all rosy over here, but they've had a lot of stinkers.
We've had stinkers, but through and through, we've been games first. And that's what we've always been. Whereas Xbox have tried to change the way it works. They've tried to entertainment console, streaming platform. Now we're a computer. They've just kept trying to change what works. And that's where they've fallen short.
It's the loss of identity, which I mentioned.
Loss of identity.
It's like, what is an Xbox? Well, everything's an Xbox. So
That's so dumb.
I just don't get it,
everything's
right?
an Xbox.
So
Everything's an
fucking
Xbox these days. It just is. I don't know.
My PS5's an Xbox. It's fucking stupid. For me, I think, but you both bring up some really salient points. And the Xbox One was an absolute travesty, right? That launch and that whole console generation cannot be understated how much damage that did. I don't think that's the thing that fucking ruined it for him, though, if I'm honest, right? Like every console maker has a stumble, right? Like a big stumble. For PlayStation, it was the PS3, right? PS3 was a major stumble. They managed to reclaim it at the end and beat Xbox 360 in total sales, but it was rough. And it was rough being in it. You know, you had... I didn't buy as much as I love PlayStation. I didn't buy a PS3 until Uncharted came out. A couple of years into the generation, I had a Wii. And that was what I bought. Because, like, fuck buying a PlayStation. It was mega expensive. The games weren't great. Like, where was the point in doing it? But as soon as Uncharted came out, it seemed to then they found their stride. And apart from the network outage, which was really bad, the generation improved and the first party performance was great and they kind of righted the ship, right? Nintendo, they have had major fuck ups. The GameCube barely sold. The Wii U fucking tanked.
Yeah.
But they were always supported by either having great handheld hardware, which kind of held the company afloat. And then they did the smartest decision ever and melded the two sides of the company into one for the Switch, which was just the fucking smartest decision ever. And they're still finding success now with the Switch 2. For me, Xbox, with the stumbles from the One, they could have righted this generation. And I think they've had a great first-party output. They've been doing a lot of things right. The issue for me, and the reason why I think their hardware is doomed and their whole ecosystem is doomed, lies at the feet of Game Pass.
I knew you'd say this.
This has been the worst mistake they ever could have made. And they gambled big on it. And people will argue it's pro-consumer. It is. But training your consumers to not buy your games and to wait and get them day and date was the dumbest fucking decision ever. And at the time, you can look at it and you could say from their eyes, they think, right, we're going to have exponential growth on this platform and it's going to go well. But because it didn't, because people like owning their stuff, it fucked them. Because the people that were still loyal would not buy games, because what's the purpose of buying them? So they lose out on the revenue, which then they think, right, well, we got to grow Xbox Game Pass. We have to at this point. We've sunk so much into it. Let's get some more value into it to be able to grow stuff. So they start on the acquisitions to be able to add more and more value into it. And then what happens is they bring in these companies, they bring in Bethesda. Then all of a sudden they're like, shit, we're no one's buying these. Let's get Activision. They get Activision. They then realize at that point, oh my God, like we can't do the smart thing here.
So, oh my God, we've bought these people to give their games away for free.
Yes. Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Nobody's buying our stuff. So we have to still continue with pumping out the games that were going to the other consoles. Instead of, if they had, right, there's a version of reality somewhere out there in the multiverse where Xbox had Game Pass where they release things into into Game Pass at a random time, like PlayStation Extra does. There's a version of that somewhere, and people are buying the first-party output, and they're buying games on their hardware that are new, and that they're enjoying the service at a discounted price, which then they can stream their content and they can stream their games, and maybe they don't have to pay for online, like anything like that to make it so it's a nice value add. And they're doing all right. And what they could have done then, if they were doing that, is they could have been smart and they could have been like, anyone we buy, fuck PlayStation. We are putting it just on us and we are not having it on, we'll release it on PC too, sure, but they got to pay for it.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. It's the same Game Pass model as like PlayStation Extra and Essential and that kind of thing. If they had done that and they had just been able to have the income coming in to say, we're going to take the hit and not release Doom and not release Elder Scrolls and not release all these onto PlayStation, we're going to keep them here, things would have turned around a lot more. But because they had them free to their audience, which then weren't giving them any revenue, they had to sell them to the other side, which meant there was no reason for us to buy into the ecosystem. To me, it's just been a complete and utter fucking death spiral. The moment they start stopping, essentially, people buying in stuff on their own hardware, you need to, at that point, go out and somewhere else because you need the fucking money to come in from somewhere. And it's just a self-fulfilling prophecy of doom. To me, I honestly think, like, as much as people love Game Pass, and I get it, for a consumer, it's a great proposition. For a company, it's a fucking massive roll of the dice. And it never paid off. Even when COD was in there, it didn't spike them that much. Like, I remember saying when they were putting COD in, I was like, I remember saying this back in like November or whatever on the last COD. I was like, this will be the test for Game Pass. If this doesn't move the needle, they're fucked. And it didn't. And here we are, less than about a year later, and it's over. It's just so fucking sad, man. It's so sad. And it feels like as if anybody with half a brain could have fucking steered that shit better than they did. And I really fear now for this next generation, because whatever they do with this like PC cross Xbox hybrid thing, having other stores on your service that you don't get any revenue from is a fucking mistake. Having Steam on there so that somebody can buy the box and then never use the Xbox side and just Steam are making all the money, how is that going to get them revenue? I don't understand. It's like another fuck up that I can't see a solution for them ever winning it, or even being remotely in the conversation in the next generation. I just cannot see a reality that's the case.
Well, what they do, Davey, it's obvious, isn't it? They charge 3 times as much for the hardware. Because
Yeah.
that's what they're doing with the ROG Ally
ROG
X or
Ally
whatever
X,
they
yeah.
call it, right? Steam Deck, 300 quid. This one, £1,000. So probably they're making some money there, aren't they?
Well, yeah, you'd hope so, but I mean, like,
Who's
We all-
buying it?
we all know, like, from
Sold out, mate. Sold out. You can't buy them anywhere.
Yeah, there's
Is
probably
it?
20 of them made. That's why.
Yeah, also
it's-
scalpers, man. They ain't selling those.
It's one of those things that, like, PlayStation doesn't make its money from the console sales. It makes them from, and this is why the PS5 is the most profitable generation they've ever had. They make it from game sales and services, right?
DLC, isn't it? We saw
from
that
the pe-
graphic.
From the people being in the ecosystem, buying shit, and then just getting 30%, raking it in on anything that gets sold. All the costs of PlayStation Plus, just fucking raking that shit in. Like, that's where they're making their money. It's not on the box. They make fucking pennies on the fucking console itself. It's on everything else that gets sold through that ecosystem. People might get £1,000 they pay for their PC cross hybrid. It's probably costing them fucking shitload to make. If it's a high end premium device that they're talking about, it's going to cost them quite a pretty penny. And then they won't get anything off the revenue for the game sales because everyone will buy it through Steam because they're not a fucking idiot.
Because then they get it, play it on their PC too.
Yes. So like, well, I honestly, the reason why this bothers me so much is because I can see a reality where Sony just go, but fuck anti-consumer.
No,
because
I
they're not
can-
being in check. And that's
Yeah.
what worries me about it.
No, yeah, it is frightening for the future of us, because of Xbox's downfalls. Couldn't agree with you more. Xbox has this tendency to think of a solution and not think of the consequences of their solution. Because it benefits them one way, it always does. There's always a benefit to it. But then there's 7 consequences every single time with everything they've done. And I mean, I just can't, I have to echo exactly what you say. Anyone with half a brain could have steered Xbox out of this. And now it's at the point where Game Pass has been out for so long. What are they even supposed to do other than terminate Game Pass and say, oh, our next system, you have to buy the games? They're going to jump to PlayStation because they're going to think, I've had all these games for free the last 10 years, the last generation. And now you're telling me all those games I've been playing, I don't own because I've been on Game Pass, which is the truth. No one on Xbox owns any of their games. They're gone.
This is the thing, yeah. If you don't have a digital library behind you, there's no reason to stay in that ecosystem, right?
None at all. And PlayStation has done the thing of every month you get 3 games added to your library, basically for free, as your membership, and then you get the catalog and everything else as a bonus. Xbox has done the opposite and said the whole time you're playing, these are ours. Joke's on you. Game Pass shuts down, which it will inevitably. It's not an infinite system. One day it will, even if it's like however many years in the future. You have nothing. Literally nothing.
But no, all digital services are like that, though, Spence.
Yeah, they are.
You know,
of
Netflix
course.
disappears, you lose all your movies. You know, Steam disappears, you lose all your PC games, right? they're all digital. But that brings us probably onto a different argument, doesn't it, about physical to digital. But I completely get what you're saying. But Davey, I just looked up that graphic that I was referring to in terms of where Sony really makes its money. And you're right, it's with the add-on content with everything, right? It's all the digital sales. That equated to 29% of the revenue Sony drove last year, which is an incredible amount if you think about the split. But they do mention that the hardware actually made up 24% of that split. So they actually do make a fair bit on their hardware. So maybe to fight the Xbox side a little bit, they could be earning some money off selling enough of these Ally X ROG Allies
but that
at £1,000 a go.
But that is just revenue, isn't it?
Revenue.
That's not profit.
No, revenue. Yes, it obviously costs for the hardware, doesn't it? So there's that to add into if you want the net figure.
Yeah, exactly right. I mean, I wish them all the best, but at this point, it's fucking done, innit? Like, you know, last year we could at least be a little bit rosy and be, well, maybe COD will spike it and they'll gain some success, and then blah blah blah, and then, but at this point, it's done. You know, even Potato Chief, the most like fervent Xbox fan I know, has lost hope. Right? Like when that happens, it's GG's.
Do you know what it truly is? X marks the box,
mate. It is, and it's so fucking sad. I just feel like I did when Sega bowed out.
It is that, yeah.
It is. I remember that so well, and I remember seeing Sonic on GameCube and being like, "What the fuck is this? Like, what the hell is this?" It feels like I'm in a different dimension, and here we are, like 20 years later, and it's happening again. And it's just they're going out with a whimper, you know, and it's just so sad. At least like Sega went out with a bang. The Dreamcast fucking slapped tits, and was great, and it was just that. It just was what it was, right?
It's going to feel foreign, though, isn't it? Playing Halo on a PlayStation. Because I remember those days when I first had a Sonic game on a Nintendo. It's just weird, right? It just
weird,
didn't feel
sacrilegious,
right.
Sacrilegious, isn't it?
So maybe that'll have some effect on the sales, because there's going to be lots of tribalistic players out there, both on the Xbox side and on the PlayStation side, that just will not buy Halo on PlayStation. So that's going to affect the sales. And I think it did a little bit to Sega. But now you see Sonic on Nintendo, you're just like, yeah, it's Sonic and Mario at the Olympic Games. That's normal.
Yeah. Literally what I was about to say. I was about to say, yeah, Sonic being on Nintendo was crazy. Sonic and Mario are best mates now. They are the best mates you've ever seen. One day we're going to see John Master Chief with his arm around Joel's shoulder, and we'll be like, yeah. Joel and Master
universe
Chief
are they
Olympic
friends?
Games.
But sure, yeah, it could happen, couldn't it?
They could be the best mates, yes, on it. Who knows? But that's the equivalent, in it, of Mario and Sonic. I don't know how else to word it.
Probably Kratos rather than Joel, but yeah.
Yeah, Kratos, yeah, right. Last for
future Kratos, when he gets armor.
This guy.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. But that's like, back then, Sonic on Nintendo was insane. Whereas now, you expect it.
Yeah.
You just do. So, you know, give it 10 years.
Those memories will quickly fade, though, because there's lots of, you know, younger players out there, and some that do listen to us, that would have never seen Sonic on a Sega.
God, that's
Which is weird, right? There's going to be
weird.
people younger than you, Spence, that will experience that. And now there's going to be people that would have never experienced Halo on an Xbox. They're just going to think it's another PlayStation title.
Oh, they just play Fortnite anyway.
Yeah, probably, yeah. But no, you are.
So they already know Master Chief, don't they? Because he's been in Halo.
They do, yeah.
Been in Fortnite, sorry.
It's mental, mate. It's a mental time. I mean, close this out. I hope, as I always do, I wish Xbox all the best, right? And I hope that, you know, we get to 2027, whenever it is, and we get the launch of this new hybrid console, and it sells gangbusters, right? And it reinvents the brand and moves the needle. I got to be realistic. I can't see it. I can't see it. I can't see a reality where PlayStation are even going to worry about doing anything they want to do because they've got us all by the balls. Because what are we going to do? Go to a Switch 2? No. Not for like high-end games. I mean, granted, PC gaming is probably the competitor that they'd have to really kind of think, right, okay, you know, we can't go too crazy because, you know, Steam is there. But fuck me, man. It's a dark day for console gaming. It's a dark fucking time. Wish them all the best. And audience, I'd love to know your thoughts on this. What do you think was the thing that caused Xbox's downfall? We've given several very different answers on this, all very apt. I'd love to know your thoughts. Write into the email pswetrust@gmail.com. Hit us up on any of the socials, and I'll try my best to not answer you back on the socials, and I will include them on the next episode. But with that brings episode 123 to a close. It's been an absolute pleasure to podcast with yourselves, as it always is. Audience, if you've enjoyed this conversation, there's a couple of ways to let us know. The first, as I mentioned, is to hit us up on the socials. But the one that I really want you to do is to consider putting a like, putting a follow, a like, a rating on any of your podcast services of choice. We are pushing the Spotify as the big one if you're an audio podcast listener. So if you can go on there, put a rating on. We are holding at a 4.9 rating at the moment after we had our one really bad review, which was hilariously fun when we just used the whole next episode to take the absolute piss out of that guy a while ago. So we're holding at the 4.9.
Like swearing, did he?
He really didn't. He really didn't. I don't think you probably expect to come in and hear a load of crass language about probably vaginas about 30 seconds into the podcast. But it is what it is. That's the show you get. Anywho, if you've been enjoying it, please put a rating on. It really, really does help the show. If you're watching on YouTube, then hello. We're on drive for 300. We're at 290 as of the day of recording. So if you can go on and put a like on the video, subscribe, and put a comment to anything that we've spoken about. And Phil does look after the comments. So if you are snarky in there, Phil will be very snarky back, is what he does. It's his brand online.
He loves it.
He loves it.
That's why I wake up in the morning.
He absolutely, he just starts war on there. So go on there, be snarky if you want. It is Phil that's going to be responding to you. So he doesn't represent the full podcast brand. But
no, he does. He does. He speaks for me too.
Yeah, all right. Fair enough. Well, with that brings us to a close. Thank you ever so much for staying with us for this amount of time. I've been Davey.
I've been Phil.
And I've been Spencer.
Take care, guys.
Peace.
In PS We Trust is hosted by Davey,